Good evening and welcome to the live commentary on RS Media of the Premier League game of Liverpool v Leicester City. Tonight, the live commentary team of Des Desai and Matt Ellis. They're going to take you through the game. We do have a quiz at halftime, which me and Matt and Des have just gone through. I'll run you through that at half time, and I'll hand you over to Des and Matt.
Thank you very much, Rai. Really looking forward to this game. Liverpool at Anfield versus Leicester. Top of the table clash. Leicester on 18 points, Liverpool on 17 points. Could be a good 6-pointer. Matt?
Yeah, I think it's certainly one game that I think really does whet the appetite, not just amongst Liverpool or Leicester fans, but I think amongst Premier League fans and everyone sort of, likes football within this country. I think Leicester have made a blistering start. It's their best start ever to a top flight season. 18 points from the first 8 games is quite a big figures for them. Unbeaten away from home, 4 wins from 4. Liverpool, so good at home. I think they're over 60 games unbeaten at home under Klopp. 4 wins out of 4 at home, even though they haven't quite been themselves as what they were last year. So it really does make for a real big 6-pointer early on. And yeah, I think we could really see a good game on the cards, even though it's not both sides' best 11s in some cases.
Yeah, and as you say, Liverpool at home looking very strong, but they've had a few injury problems of late, especially at the back. It's a bit of a makeshift defense today as well, with Milner and Fabinho at the back. But I'll quickly run through the teams first. So we've got number 1, Alisson. Then we've got number 7, Milner. Number 3, Fabinho. Number 32, Matip. Number 26, Robertson. 17, Jones. 5, Wijnaldum. 8, Keita. 20, Jota. 9, Firmino. And number 10, Mane. And for Leicester, 1, Schmeichel. 3, Fofana. 6, Evans. 28, Fuchs. 2, Justin. 8, Tielemans. 25, Mendy. 11, Albrighton. 15, Barnes. 10, Madison. And number 9, Jamie Vardy. And on a substitute bench for Liverpool, we've got Adrian, Williams, Tsimikas, Origi, Phillips, Minamino, and academy graduate Clarkson. And for Leicester, we have Ward, Morgan, Iheanacho, Under, Chowdhury, Praye, and Thomas. So, as you say, Matt, the squads are not 100%. Players missing from both sides. Who do you think's favourite for the game?
You're obviously going to fancy Liverpool, aren't you? At Anfield, it is a fortress, isn't it? And obviously, they really do like home comforts. So you would obviously class Liverpool as the favourites, and they are the champions. I mean, they've still got Jota, Firmino and Mane as a 3. Obviously, Salah's missing because of coronavirus, but obviously that is still a very talented 3. So, yeah, I think they are the favourites, but they're not as probably big favourites as you would have seen over the last few years. I mean, Leicester, as we know, have started the season so well. They've looked strong in both at home and abroad. I think Europe, they've obviously got 3 wins out of 3, and I can see that Leicester could really hurt Liverpool today. And I do think that this is probably the best chance Leicester have had to win at Anfield in a very, very long time. I mean, they've gone 2 decades without winning there. What an opportunity it is for them to go back to the top of the table. But, of course, they've got to do it. Probably what's going to be the hardest away game for them this season.
And I think you're right. Liverpool should have our favourites should have most of the ball, but Leicester would probably prefer that in the formation that they play. Vardy playing on the shoulder, trying on the counter attack as well. Again, we're saying that defence at the back with Fabinho, who's not a natural centre back. Matip again in and out the team, and Milner at right back. So, and even in midfield, they've got Jones and Keita in midfield, looking pretty light there. I'm thinking as well. So you've got players like Tielemans, Mendy, Madison, who could take advantage of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you look at the Leicester formation; they're obviously going with 3 centre backs, something they've done since obviously for the last few weeks with Fofana, Evans, and Fuchs. Obviously, Fuchs isn't a usual centre back, but I think given his age, he's the age now of, I think he's 34. He's not really able to get up and down the pitch and be as athletic as what probably James Justin or Mark Albrighton are able to. Obviously, with Castagne and Pereira both injured, it's kind of meant Leicester have got to play 3 at the back probably more than the 4. But it is, as you know, you look at the formation, it is designed to be counter-attacking. I mean, you know, obviously they will let Liverpool have the ball. There certainly will be good levels of respect, no doubt about it. But obviously you look at the Leicester team, they can hurt Liverpool, and especially with a makeshift back 4, you know, Milner, Fabinho, Matip and Robertson. There's no Van Dijk in there. There's no Alexander-Arnold. So whilst all those 4 are very, you know, you could say they are quite accomplished in the position, obviously more so than others, it is still a makeshift back 4 that's, I mean, I could be wrong on this, but I think that's probably the first time they've ever played together. So, you know, you got Vardy, as we know, is lightning fast at 33, is always going to play on the shoulder and be so attack-minded. You've got a player in Harvey Barnes, he's very athletic. Maddison, as we know, likes to come in on the inside and cause a few problems there. And there's obviously Tielemans, who is such a dynamic midfielder. So there is enough in that Fox's team to really hurt Liverpool tonight. There's no doubt about it.
Now, you mentioned Mo Salah's missing. How much of a big miss is that for Liverpool? Or because Jota's in form, does that make up for it any sort of way?
I think it does make up for it a little bit. I mean, Jota's already got 7 goals this season. And to be fair, I think everyone's been surprised with the start that he's made since coming in. Everyone expected him to be a bench warmer for Liverpool and only really play the games that didn't matter to them as much. So he wasn't going to play the bigger games as Man City or Manchester United or Chelsea, games like that. He'd almost get the odd game in the Premier League against the so-called weaker teams in the European outings. But when he has played, he's been superb. I mean, obviously, there was a lot of talk 2 weeks ago about the Man City game, whether he was going to play him. And obviously, he played all 4 of them. And at times in the first half, they were very, very good and looked really, really strong. Salah's obviously a big miss. His goal scoring form this season has been excellent. He's got 8 and 8 in the Premier League. But you've got Mane still, you've got Firmino, and Jota's already shown that he can play for Liverpool and he can be a very, very talented player. So I don't think really Salah's going to be too much of a miss for Liverpool. But of course, that's not going to understate the quality that he does possess, the Egyptian.
Now, last season, 2-1, Liverpool won 2-1, last-minute penalty, Sadio Mane, I think it was in the 95th minute when they scored that, where Leicester thought they got away with the draw. And again, Sadio Mane, man of the match that game, was very influential. Again, could be the man of the match today as well, as he could be the main man with Salah missing.
Yeah, I think that he could be the man of the match. I think that's a very good point that you've made there, Des. I think you look at a player like Mane, out of the 3, he's very much the quicker one out of them. As we know, Firmino likes to drop deep, link up with the midfield. He's very much out of the 3, the furthest one forward. Likes to get in behind. You know, he can score all types of goals on the floor, whether he's gone past a few players and stuck it in the bottom corner, or even scoring goals with his head. For a guy who's a very, very small height, I think he really does have a good leap and, you know, is very, very good in the air. So obviously, I mean, talking about playing off the shoulder, he'll be the one, I think, that the Leicester 3 centre-backs have to really take good care of. I mean, Fofana, I'd expect would probably take Mane, given he's going to be quicker than Evans and Fuchs, and obviously is the one that's under 30 and obviously going to have a little bit more legs in there. But for me, I think he is, out of the 3 in this team, the dangerous player. And when Salah does play, I think he is the one that stands out as well for me, Sadio Mane, even though Salah has got the better goal rate out of him and Mane.
And mentioning Mane on the wing, how much of a hard time has Justin got, the young right winger for Leicester, to keep him in check?
He's got to do a lot, obviously, Justin. I mean, he's obviously playing, it looks like he could be playing at right wing back, but he could be playing left wing back, given that obviously Albrighton's there. But obviously, as a wing back, you've got to be very up and down the pitch when your team's got to defend. And obviously, when you're playing against Liverpool, they really thrive on the defensive team making mistakes. So it's so important that you get back, help your men out, help you through at the back. And he's going to have to do a big job tonight, but he can't do it alone. You know, you've got Barnes and Maddison, as we know, are going to play on the inside. They've got to go and, you know, help out the fullback, help the wing backs out and get greater numbers back there. Because if you leave men and you're stranded at the back, Liverpool are the best in the world at pouncing on you like that. So they've got to be very, very careful.
And similarly, for Liverpool, you got Jones and Keita in midfield. No Jordan Henderson. We've seen in the past Liverpool struggle a bit when Henderson's not playing. Today, they've got most of their key players out. Again, we mentioned Salah, Van Dijk at the back. So midfield could be where it's won or lost.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Liverpool are playing with an extra man in the centre of the park. Obviously, they've got Wijnaldum, Keita, and Curtis Jones. It's a big evening for Jones. I think he's making his first Premier League start this season. So it's a big night for him. And he's already played 3 games in the Premier League, I beg your pardon. But, it's a big night for him, obviously. There's no Henderson. There's obviously Thiago missing, who's such a calm, elegant player. So really, again, this is the first time that they've played as a 3, so they wouldn't have had a lot of time to work on the training pitch with each other. And they are obviously 3 good players, 3 very different players. And obviously Leicester have got Mendy and Tielemans, 2 very good midfielders. So with Liverpool having an extra man in there, it does provide a little bit more insurance. It provides a little bit more cover. And it just means out of the 3 that one of them can hold. And then you can get Curtis Jones or Keita or Wijnaldum, whoever the 2 are, moving forward and getting up the pitch to link up with the attacks.
And Leicester, if Leicester win today, do you see them as potential challengers of the Premier League going into the later parts of the season?
I think it's too early to say. I mean, obviously, Leicester, when they obviously won the league 2015, 2016, I think it was only really February when you really started classing them as title contenders after they won at Manchester City. I mean, this will be the 9th game that either side has played. Excuse me. And I think it would be a bit early to say that the way the Premier League has been this season, it's been so competitive. I think it's almost been a case of everyone can beat each other on their day. I mean, we saw that Villa got a huge result against Liverpool and a few months ago. So I think it would be a bit too early to say, but there will certainly be up there potentially as top 4 contenders, no doubt about it.
Yeah, and as you say, it's too early in the season, but we've seen results that are not you normally would see in a Premier League season. Man City losing the mid-table, Spurs are up top. Liverpool will if they win as well, go joint with Spurs, but second on goal difference, and Chelsea again looking strong. So could be anyone's Premier League this season.
It could be. I mean, obviously, you look at Liverpool and Manchester City for the last 2 years. I think they've obviously been the runaway 2 sides in the Premier League. You look at a team like Chelsea. I think they've obviously strengthened a lot in the summer, and they do look like real good challengers. I think it might still be a bit too early for them in terms of trying to get toward the summit of the Premier League. So maybe they probably need another year. Obviously, Tottenham, I think, have surprised people with the way they've played. In terms of a lot of the games, they've been really forward-thinking, very dynamic, very on the front foot, which is a very sort of unheard thing when it comes to Jose Mourinho's side. So it is anybody's Premier League at the moment. And, you probably asked every person on the street, they would still probably say that Liverpool are the team that's going to probably win the league this year.
Fantastic.
But again, it won't be easy. If they are to win it, whoever else is going to win it does have the feel that it could go really down to the wire.
Yeah, it could go to the last parts of the season with 2-3 teams in the running. So we're just about getting ready at Anfield. The players are on the pitch. And I think there could be a commemoration for Ray Clements, the England, Liverpool and Spurs legend who died at the age of 78. He won 5 titles with Liverpool and 3 European Cups. So as much as a legend as can be. So looking forward to the game, Matt?
I am looking forward to it. I mean, obviously, it's 2 teams that like to play football on the front foot. Obviously, Leicester have changed tactics to what they usually play. Liverpool, as we know, is Liverpool. They're very much every game they play their way. And obviously, they go on the front foot. And why wouldn't they? They're the champions. And obviously, it's the only way they've known under Klopp in the last sort of 2 or 3 years. So it's an interesting game. I think we've spoken about the key battles and everything else. But, yeah, I'm really looking forward to the game. And, I think that it could be one of these games, like it has been for a lot of the Premier League, where it is certainly going to be quite memorable. Let's just hope there's going to be no controversy involved.
Yeah, that's true. Let's hope we have 11 players on the pitch comes this season, especially VAR. Any VAR decisions could make it a little more dramatic, as we've seen this season already. So Brendan Rodgers comes back to Anfield. He's lost all his Premier League games since he's come back from Celtic against Liverpool. So he'll be looking to make that make a win today and try and get Leicester up in top of the Premier League. Kenny Dalglish there with Ian Rush, both Liverpool legends, clapping the teams on. No fans in the stadium once again, and I don't think we're going to see any different change there going ahead. You got all the flags on the club there, one commemorating Ray Clements, as we mentioned. Jurgen Klopp looking up. And we're getting ready for kickoff. Referee today is Chris Kavanagh, who'll be looking to take everything in check. And we're about to get started. So as we say, Liverpool missing Salah, their top scorer on 8. Looking for Mane, Firmino and Jota, the front three today, to make a difference as the players take a knee. And the game started with Leicester kicking off. Leicester all in white today in their away strip, and Liverpool are in red. An early throw-in for Liverpool on the far side. Jurgen Klopp looks on as Liverpool are in possession with Robertson on the left-hand side. Back to Fabinho, who's playing on the left of the defence, and Matip on the right. Early on, you can see Leicester just sat back, keeping tight. A header from the Leicester defence. Jones trying to play a ball through. Now it's Wijnaldum. Liverpool's started quite quickly, passing the ball about nicely. Robertson, back to Fabinho, and now it's in the possession of Matip. Matip again. Looks right to James Milner on the midfield and goes down the line to Curtis Jones. Plays the ball in the midfield. Mane in the box. Wijnaldum takes a shot, deflection, and he goes behind for a Liverpool corner. Naby Keita, I should say, took that shot.
Yeah, it was really good play, wasn't it? It was nice play from Milner. He played a beautiful ball for Diogo Jota, and he just cut back, waited for the options to arrive. It was a heavy pass into Mane, good control, Keita shot, and it obviously blocks off Tielemans and goes out for a corner. But Liverpool doing what they usually do, trying to get that early goal and impose themselves quickly.
Ball comes in from Milner, and it's a header from Mane, and he just goes wide off the near post. Good ball there by James Milner. Mane at the front post. Flick on a header, but he just goes wide. No one picking up Mane there. Good run by Mane, getting in between two defenders there. But the ball just wide. And it's a goal kick for Leicester.
Yeah, it was a really good ball in from Milner. Mane made the run, and you just see, I think it was Fofana, and there was a man in front of him that just sort of didn't see his run until very, very late. And, you know, there was a little bit more pace on the header, and if Mane sort of heads it behind him, tries to get it away from Schmeichel's near post, it could have been a different story. And I spoke about before the game how Mane is very, very good in the air, so it's not very unheard of, or, you know, not to see that Liverpool won't use Mane as an aerial threat, because he has scored a lot of headed goals throughout his career as a Liverpool player.
Good half chances for Liverpool, but Leicester on the attack now in the Liverpool half. Ball comes in, but it's been cleared away by Joel Matip for a Leicester throw-in.
Yeah,
Leicester with
it's the first time we've sort of seen Harvey Barnes involved. It'd be interesting to see in the early minutes if he's going to be direct or not, or look to try and put the ball in at every opportunity.
Yeah, they're trying to run in behind there. But now Liverpool on the attack. Mane, one-on-one. He goes past Fofana quite easily, but then the ball's poor and is intercepted by the Leicester defence. It's all Brighton on the right-hand side, and the ball goes out again for a Liverpool throw-in. Again, good counter there by Liverpool. Left Mane isolated up front, but his pass was a little bit poor.
Yeah, he went and peeled away down the left-hand side, just giving a shot now for a hand on.
A handball, yeah.
I mean, it's very, very difficult to really give that there when he's obviously not moved his hand toward it. But just with that Mane chance, he peeled away to the left-hand side. He had a really good run, but he just didn't put enough on it. But Fofana there's got to be a little bit more tighter to Mane, because they know that if he turns, his pace will get him away from Wesley Fofana. So he's got to be careful, and he'll certainly now know that he's got to keep an eye on him even more than what he would have knew before the game.
Like he did there for he just went past Fofana like he wasn't there. So Mane could be enjoying a lot of one-on-one against him throughout this game. Leicester throw in, Fofana to take it on the right hand side. Quick game, good start to the game so far. Now it's Maddison. Tries to play it through to Jamie Vardy, but it's cut out by Fabinho for a Liverpool throw-in. So you can see there, trying to get Vardy in every chance they get Leicester.
Yeah, they're very, very good at doing it, aren't they? Getting Vardy in behind the centre-backs. He's always full of energy, and you think at 33, you get players who obviously lose the ability to run in behind and be quick and be very forward-thinking and lose that pace, but it just seems that Jamie Vardy just seems to get more and more quicker as the years advance for him. So he's always going to be a dangerous, dangerous player for any opposition defence. And, they've got to be wary, Liverpool, that, Maddison can pick out a pass at any given opportunity. He'll look for Vardy at every possible turn and chance he can.
Leicester have it. Back with Schmeichel. And Schmeichel goes long, down right-hand side. Finds Albrighton. Now it's Fofana. Fofana plays it on the back to Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans looks up, but he just ships it right to Christian Fuchs. Now it's Justin, who makes a good run through. Now it's Justin down the line, one-on-one with Fabinho. Fabinho just gets in touch and is gone out for a corner, but the referee deems that he's fouled Fabinho and gives a Liverpool free kick.
Yeah, he did very, very well there, Fabinho. It was a really nice play from Leicester. Lovely 1-2 between Barnes and Justin. He's very, very quick, very mobile is James Justin, but Fabinho did very, very well. He was very alert there, and he knew exactly that Justin was going to try and get around him. And obviously, he was running at pace there, Justin. He goes into the back of Fabinho, but the Brazilian Fabinho used all his experience there to win a free kick for Liverpool. Really well played there by the makeshift centre-back, if you like.
The ball on the right-hand side with James Milner. Plays a good ball into Firmino. Firmino looks up, tries to look for the run for Naby Keita, but it's gone out for a Leicester goal kick. Quick intricate play there by Liverpool.
Yeah, it was very good play, building up around the right-hand side, and then it got to Firmino in the middle, and obviously with Henderson, it allows Wijnaldum to obviously go on and make the run, but he's got to play Henderson's role, the Dutchman, so it means he's got to stay back, and then it allows the Ghanaian Naby Keita to make runs through and be the box-to-box man that Klopp often likes to deploy as one of the midfielders, but the pass was just not really a good one there from Firmino, and Leicester managed to deal with it very, very well.
Albrighton there with the ball through to Vardy, goes through. It was Maddison, but Alisson grabs hold on to it, but that was a good chance again, very direct from Leicester.
Yeah, it was a good ball again. They were looking for Jamie Vardy, and Maddison made a great run as well. I think it might have been Fabinho, and none of the midfield for Liverpool even saw the run of James Maddison, and it was flicked on. He got the touch right. He might have just got clipped on the way through, but it was not enough to bring him down. But Leicester certainly here trying to be forward-thinking, being dynamic, trying to play off the two Liverpool centre-backs, because they know that, it isn't Van Dijk, it isn't Gomez both playing, and they're going to try and test them early on, and that's exactly what they've managed to do, in particular down Joel Matip's side.
Liverpool 0, Leicester 0. 7 minutes gone. Good start, lively start at Anfield. Both teams with half chances. Now it's Maddison with the ball. And Ndidi been fouled there. Mendy been fouled there by Naby Keita.
Yeah, he did well there, Mendy. He just got the ball there, turned away from Keita, and it was just he tries to win the ball back. As we know, Liverpool like to go with the Gegen press, don't they? That Jurgen Klopp so very, very famous for. And Keita trying to win the ball back, but Mendy knew exactly what he was going to do. Just got in front of him, made sure he got away from him, and got a free kick there. Well played.
Liverpool on the attack now. Now it's Curtis Jones. Plays it to Firmino. Now it's Keita. Curtis Jones with a chance. Oh, great save by Schmeichel on his near post. Brilliant play by Liverpool. Good one-touch passing. Curtis Jones won through, but it was a magnificent save by Schmeichel down to his near post.
Yeah, really good save from Kasper Schmeichel. Good build-up play by Liverpool. Very, very quick. One touch, two-touch passing. It was lovely pass by Firmino into Keita, and Fuchs just stepped out, and that created the gap for Keita to find Curtis Jones. And it was a really good, powerful low drive. Schmeichel got his angles covered and got at his near post in really good time to make the save. But that's what Liverpool can do quickly when they get in the opposing half. They're so good at doing that, and they nearly scored.
Corner comes in out to Keita, but straight into the hands of Schmeichel. Leicester go try and go long again, trying to find Vardy, but it's been swooped up by Alisson in a Liverpool defense goal. And it's Wijnaldum in the centre of midfield. Curtis Jones now on the left-hand side. Plays it infield to Firmino. Back to Jones, and he goes back to Liverpool defence and Fabinho. Matip, Leicester all behind the ball, waiting for Liverpool to make a move. Now it's Robertson down the left. Finds Curtis Jones again. And it's at the back at Liverpool. Fabinho looks up, goes wide, finds the captain for today, James Milner. Plays it long, down the right-hand side, but just a bit too long for Sadio Mane. And Kasper Schmeichel gathers it. And Leicester start again.
It's the first time we've really seen a ball played right in down the middle of the Leicester three centre-backs. And obviously Fofana's been given the instruction that if Mane is to run, try and get in behind, he's going to be the man that's going to go and cover all the angles to try and stop him. And he did really well there. It was a lovely little ball. The idea was on. Good intentions by Liverpool in particular to try and get Mane in behind, but Fofana did very, very well to sniff the danger.
Now Liverpool have the ball. Curtis Jones plays a quick one to Naby Keita, but intercepted by Leicester in the centre of midfield. All Brighton now on the right-hand side. Now it's Yuri Tielemans who gives it away to Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones looks up and goes back to the Liverpool right back, James Milner. I mean, you can see this quick interplay between the Liverpool front three, where Firmino went to the left, Sadio Mane went through the middle. They switch back now, but they switch seamlessly, that top three.
Yeah, they do. It's very, very common, isn't it? When you play sort of three very attack-minded players, they can just switch from one to another. And it's such a headache for the defenders, whatever formation, whether you play three at the back or two centre-backs, it's so, so difficult. And that's what really makes Liverpool so, so good.
Leicester on the attack. Long ball played through to the right. There's Fofana. Good interception there. Leicester broke up the play and were on the counter straight away there. And that's what they'll be looking to do throughout this game.
Yeah, they will be. It was not the best ball, though, by James Justin. If he sort of just took his time, took an extra touch and looked up, Fofana was unmarked. It was in acres of space, no red shirt in a few yards of him. And if he picked that pass up just then it would have been a different story. Fofana would have got on the end of it. But yeah, they did very, very well to win the ball. And you've seen in the opening sort of 13 minutes of this game that Leicester, when they want to get the ball, they want to move it quickly. They don't just want to keep possession. They want to try and test the Liverpool defenders and really move on the break quickly. And if they can just get that pass right, it's going to take one ball potentially to get Vardy in behind or Maddison or whoever, then Leicester have got a chance now.
Quick attack by Liverpool. Good shot by Jota, but he's saved by Schmeichel. Again, quick play by Firmino. Plays it into Jota, and he was in space to take a shot. It's a free kick to Leicester, but that's how quickly it can change.
Yeah, very much so. It came to Jota in the middle. For me, he had too much time to take the shot on and look to try and beat Schmeichel. Fuchs has got to be tighter there. He's got to be out just a yard to really close that down. He did really well to move it on his right foot, Jota. Schmeichel didn't really have to move his feet at all. He was quite central of the goal. Pretty straightforward save. But that's what Liverpool can do. When it looks like nothing's happening in the game, they're so very good at just creating that opportunity at any given time. And it's a very, very good save from Schmeichel, who's been busy so far in the first quarter of this game.
Yeah, a lot of space there by Jota, who moved it quickly out of his feet and got his shot off. But Leicester defence should have been tighter there. as we have a throw-in for Liverpool on the far side. Miss kick there, gives it to Leicester again, and the ball's in Leicester's possession. Good throw-in. Try to find Tielemans, but Curtis Jones is in possession. Now it's Liverpool on the left-hand side with Andy Robertson. Fabinho, who's a right-footed centre-back, midfielder playing on the left of the defence. Robertson again. Infield. Firmino, who's dropped deep to the centre circle. Plays it to Mane. Gives it back to Firmino. Now it's Robertson. Looking up. No, there's not a lot of movement ahead of him. But lucky there. Curtis Jones, Ricochet. And now Liverpool in possession. Mane in a penalty area. But very heavy touch. And the ball goes out to Leicester Schmeichel's goal kick.
Yeah, Mane did well to get that on the left-hand side, and it was really good defending actually by Johnny Evans. He came out to him, didn't allow him much room. He went on the outside of him, but luckily for Evans, he overhit it, did Sadio Mane. But that was really good defending by Johnny Evans. Showed his true defensive nous there.
Mane there, looking to be the main man this season. Well, this game. 4 goals already for Liverpool. As Schmeichel takes the goal kick, and Leicester attacked on the left-hand side with Harvey Barnes. Liverpool surrounded by Liverpool players, and is cleared by Joel Matip. Ball comes in again in midfield, and it goes out for a Liverpool throw-in with James Milner.
I think with obviously Leicester in this first 15 minutes, sort of seeing it in particular, they are playing very, very high. So they're not just trying to let Liverpool have possession. I mean, we spoke about it in the preview, didn't we? How we think that Leicester are just going to let Liverpool have the ball, and then when they get it, they're going to try and counter. But it's very much they're trying to play Liverpool at their own game, and Liverpool, they haven't, they're not really trying to be prepared to keep
Leicester attacking. Maddison. Great run there by Jamie Vardy. Maddison picked that out. He was through on goal there. But as you say, Leicester look getting confident as this match goes on, and on top of things at the moment.
Yeah, they'll be very, very happy with it. I mean, Brendan Rodgers won't be disappointed with it. I think obviously, they would have known how strong Liverpool are, and obviously the attacking qualities they've got. But they're very much in this game, and whilst Liverpool have certainly had 2 very good opportunities, Leicester have not given too much away in terms of allowing Liverpool to be really dominant.
Andy Robertson now to Curtis Jones. And with Liverpool's play, we haven't seen the wing-backs, Milner and Robertson, go forward as much as they normally do as well. But now it's Jota down the right-hand side, looks up, plays the ball in, intercepted by Evans and cleared by Leicester, only to James Milner, who puts the ball back in to the back post. Albrighton with header, only to Robertson, who tries to hit it on the volley, but gets it completely bad, and it goes out for a Leicester goal kick. Robertson with a wry smile there after that effort.
Yeah, he's not really facing the goal, is he, when he takes aim? It's certainly set up nicely for him. You can certainly see why he tried it, but obviously you've got to be facing the goal before he even got any contact on the ball. And yeah, not one of his best attempts, Robertson. I certainly won't be remembering that one for a long time.
I think we might have a problem with Christian Fuchs for Leicester. He's got a ripped sock in his challenge with Diego Jota.
Yeah, it looked like I think it might have just been a stud, sort of just catches Fuchs' sock, which sort of just sees the little tear there. But yeah, he's obviously trying to win the ball back as quickly as he can. Be very, very close to the Liverpool 3, aren't they? The 3 centre backs whenever they do come forward.
Well played there by Fofana in beating Robertson, Mane, but now it's Liverpool with Naby Keita. Goes back to Fabinho. Fabinho to Joel Matip. And now it's James Milner down the right-hand side. Back to Milner again. And Liverpool have it at the back. Naby Keita. Liverpool have moved up into Leicester half. Matip makes a run forward and lays it off to the right, Curtis Jones. Leicester with all the men behind the ball. Wijnaldum, to Fabinho, Naby Keita, to Bobby Firmino, who's deep. Makes a run through Naby Keita, goes past one or two. Now the ball's on the right hand side. Milner puts the ball in. Flicked by Keita, but into the hands of Kasper Schmeichel.
Yeah, Leicester very, very tight there. As Liverpool sort of went forward, they just decided to sort of camp back in two banks of four. They haven't done it in the first, they hadn't done it in the first sort of 18 minutes, but in that particular attack, they went back, sat deep, and then just wanted Liverpool to try and break them down and almost come to them. And they did very, very well there. They set up very nicely. As I said, the three centre-backs weren't very high there. They went and dropped deeper, and it just sort of had protection in front of Schmeichel's goal. And, luckily Keita's flick went straight to Schmeichel, and there was no trouble for Leicester's defence in the end.
Leicester with the ball. Schmeichel has it at his feet. Goes long, but only out for a throw-in. Liverpool with possession again. And the ball's with Naby Keita in the centre of midfield. Curtis Jones to James Milner. Milner goes long, looks for the run of Jota. Good run by Jota. But it's been cut out by Johnny Evans. And he goes for a Liverpool corner.
Yeah, well cut out there by Johnny Evans. It was a lovely ball forward intended for Diogo Jota. And you could just sort of see they're obviously trying to play off the shoulder and try and turn the Leicester centre-backs. But Johnny Evans has played really well so far today, covered the ground, got in there first, and just happily headed behind for a corner.
Liverpool get ready. Corner comes in from Milner. And it's an own goal. It's gone in. Liverpool have scored. And it's Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans. Own goal by Johnny Evans after that fantastic defensive play. Went out for a corner. Ball came in and he got his header completely wrong. Past Schmeichel. Liverpool 1-0.
Yeah, such a shame. I was waxing lyrically about Johnny Evans there, and it's just almost gone off his head as opposed to anything. Well, it's not even gone off his head. It's just almost gone off the...
He's gone off the side of his head, nearly the back of his head.
He didn't really move his head forward, and it's just sort of gone off him. He was sort of in two minds. He was thinking about his man, not allowing Mane to make the run past him. And then obviously he was having that in his mind, and he's just reacted too late, and it's just gone off the wrong side of his body and past Kasper Schmeichel. And it's such a shame because, yes, Liverpool have had a few opportunities, but Leicester, defended well enough in the game, and to concede a goal like that is such a bitter pill to swallow.
Liverpool on the attack again. Robertson with the ball in. Back to Robertson. Cut out by Leicester. The ball comes in. It's on the line. Oh no, it's been ruled out. Jota there. Deemed to have fouled Schmeichel, I think. Schmeichel's in pain behind the goal line. And it's a free kick to Leicester. But Liverpool, straight after that goal, on the attack, nearly scored again.
Yeah, they did. I mean, Robertson got it back after his first cross was cleared out. And then, yeah, you can see there that Jota and Firmino both sort of went into Kasper Schmeichel. But they allowed Robertson to put the second ball, and it was Mendy who did it. And Schmeichel did have it in his hands. And Jota, in his rights, does have the right opportunity and the right...
It was a 50. You had to go for that ball, Jota, I feel. You had to make a challenge there.
Fair challenge, most definitely. And it's certainly something that you can't begrudge him of. But, yeah, when the goalie has it in their hands and the player goes into it, the referee is always going to make that decision. And Chris Kavanagh was on the spot to make the decision.
Now for Fofana for Leicester, through midfield. Goes past one. And it's on the left-hand side for Leicester now. Vardy puts the ball in. Harvey Barnes comes in. Oh! He should have scored there, Harvey Barnes. The ball may be a little bit quick, but the goal was gaping on the right-hand side, and he just puts it wide.
Yeah, it was really good play by Fofana. Balled it out well, and there was a few Liverpool players circling, trying to win the ball back. Barnes and Vardy linking up there, and it was so unlucky from Harvey Barnes. Vardy does well to pull it back, and Wijnaldum just did not see Harvey Barnes in any shape at all, and he just allowed Barnes to just come in onto it and make the run, and he just turned his body a little bit too much to his right, and it's just gone past the post, not far past the post at all, but better play from Leicester, and they've nearly come up with the answer to going a goal down.
Unlucky there, Harvey Barnes opened his body up a little bit too much, and the ball went wide, much to Liverpool's relief. But good game so far, 1-0 to Liverpool. Both teams having chances to score, and Liverpool are 1-up with a Johnny Evans own goal. Now it's Fabinho, with the ball at the back. Leicester again, back in their shape. Milner to the right. Milner plays a great ball to Jota. Now it's Mane, but it's been cut out by the Leicester defence. And it's a free kick to Leicester. We've seen that ball from Milner quite often down the right-hand side, finding Jota and Firmino with their runs.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, it's very much Milner's looking to play it forward, isn't he? Right in the middle, right at the heart of the Leicester defence, and looking to try and play it beyond the three centre-backs. It's been a mix so far in terms of the success rate of that ball going through, but he's very much looking to do that. And when obviously the wing-backs Justin and particularly down that side, he's dropping deeper. So obviously it gives Milner so much time to look up and try and pick that pass up, because obviously Barnes and Maddison are filling in the centre as well. And obviously that's giving Milner even more time to just try and pick a pass out and try and split the Leicester defence.
Now it's Fofana intercepting the ball from Robertson, and it's gone out for a throw-in. A lot of attacking we've seen for Leicester down the left-hand side and for Liverpool on the right-hand side as well. And that's where we saw the goal from the corner from the right. By Liverpool in possession with Joel Matip. We find James Milner again. James Milner goes down the right. Ball comes in. For Liverpool. James Milner there filling in that right back for Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he goes out for a corner after he hit a Leicester player.
Yeah, a bit of defending to do here. I hope that they don't have the same issue. And obviously Johnny Evans will be thinking now, just get that ball out first. It's Jota who's marking now. So obviously they've just got to try and get this out.
Robertson with the ball in. Finds Joel Matip, but he just heads it over there. And I think it was impeded by the Leicester defenders. But another chance there for Liverpool.
That was a brilliant delivery by Robertson. It went over the head of Mane. Matip attacked it. Well played for Fofana. Just stood there and did everything right. And it just didn't allow Matip's header to really go on target and work Kasper Schmeichel. I think he's been really getting good reviews, Wesley Fofana, and you can see why. Very athletic, very forward-thinking defender, very modern day, positioning excellent, very, very quick. And his positioning there was very, very good as he was up against Matip and marking him there.
Having a good game today, Wesley Fofana, so far. Leicester with the ball round the back. Johnny Evans, who flicks it left to Justin. And now it's Leicester in possession again with Mendy. And it's a free kick for Leicester. Maddison adjudged to have been fouled by Chris Kavanagh.
They get out of the jail there quite quickly. Sorry, Des. They get out of the jail quite quickly because Schmeichel played a really square ball to Johnny Evans. Luckily, there was no Liverpool player immediately pressing him, and he had a little bit more time to work himself out, get his feet set, and then look forward. But if there were a couple of Liverpool players up there, they would have really fancied their chances of getting a chance on goal.
Leicester with the ball. It's in midfield. But it's won back by Curtis Jones. And Liverpool have it at the back with Matip. He plays it to Milner. James Milner finds Firmino. Now it's Robertson down the left-hand side. Jota looks up, finds himself on the left. Robertson looking for the ball run through there, but he gets it back again. Keita plays a good ball to Mane, being shut out by the Leicester defence, and Leicester clear it, and now they could be on the counter. Harvey Barnes plays it through, runs through to Alisson, and Alisson clears it to Roberto Firmino, who plays it left now, Liverpool, with Andy Robertson. Leicester could have been in there again, trying to break out, but Liverpool have it back on the left. Fabinho, and it's Curtis Jones. Milner back to Jones. And we're going to see a lot of this where Leicester sitting back, Liverpool have the ball out of the back trying to make the play, whereas Fabinho finds Mane down the left. And now it's Wijnaldum in the middle. Curtis Jones to James Milner. To Joel Matip. Matip goes back and is back with Alisson again. Fabinho. Wijnaldum. Naby Keita. Naby Keita plays it to Firmino. Now it's James Milner. 30 yards inside the left half. Naby Keita to Curtis Jones. Liverpool passing it about. Keeping hold of possession. Wijnaldum. Back to James Milner. There's no way through for Liverpool. The passing lanes have been cut off by Leicester. They're very compact in the centre of midfield. But it's with Wijnaldum again. Plays it back to James Milner on the right hand side. Looking for Diogo Jota on the left. Ball comes in. And it's been cleared by Wesley Fofana for Leicester. Headed in again by Liverpool. Fofana again gets it clear. Milner challenges Matip. But the ball falls to Vardy, I should say, challenges Matip. Now it's Andy Robertson.
I think Leicester, since the goal has gone in, are just trying to keep it down at 1-0. They know that they can claw this back, but if you go 2-0 down at Anfield, it is a real big ask. And I think they're just trying to keep it down and just keep it at 1-0 and just hope they can just get that breakthrough. But look at the tenacity shown by Curtis Jones to win that back. And as soon as Leicester win it back, they just give it straight back to Liverpool because of the way they work so hard off the ball.
Naby Keita now. Great ball for you to Mane down the left-hand side. It's one-on-one Jenny Evans. And it's a foul by Evans just outside of the area. Mane there showing quick feet. Flicked the ball past Evans and Evans found him.
Beautiful ball by Keita. It was beyond the Leicester centre-backs. Mane, as we know, really thrives off that. Likes to get the ball on the outside, then go on the inside. Johnny Evans knew what he was trying to do, and he was just a little bit too late as he just stood in front of him and fouled him, and it was an easy decision for Chris Kavanagh to make.
Chance for Liverpool, free kick, left-hand side of the box. Milner standing over it. Are we going to see Andy Robertson with an outswinger? Johnny Evans pointing away, marshalling his defence. Looks like Andy Robertson with the free kick. Robertson kicks it in. Matip with a header, just past the post. Joel Matip there at the back, gets ahead to it, but he just wide of Schmeichel's goal.
Yeah, he drifts all the way to the back post, and Harvey Barnes just sort of let him do that as he was just caught ball watching, but nobody picked Roberto Firmino up. The flag stayed down. I mean, it might have been a bit different had he put the ball in the back of the net, because he did look like he might have just ran a little bit too far forward. But they've got to be wary of Joel Matip. He's a tall player, and he's somebody that the Leicester defence has got to keep their eyes on, because as they know, he's very, very good in the air. And he'll knock that back at every opportunity should he drift to the back post. And that's a sign there and an example that Leicester cannot leave him free like that. And they've got to keep eyes on him at all times.
Yeah, that's twice Joel Matip has been in the end of a Liverpool set piece. So Leicester should be wary of him. Liverpool in possession. Curtis Jones to Milner on the right-hand side. Jota back to Jones. And it's back with Fabinho. Fabinho plays a long ball through. Looks for Robertson, who gets a touch to it, but he couldn't control it, and the ball's gone out for a Leicester throw-in.
It was a lovely pass to Robertson, but he just couldn't get it under control, and it's just almost just skidded off his foot as he just sort of brushed the ball there and just tried to take it under control. But the last 10-15 minutes really has belonged to Liverpool. Leicester's attacks have just fizzled out, and they're not really non-existent, and they just need to get out of their half more. And this is an example now as Justin gets the ball here.
Justin on the left-hand side. A rare Leicester attack. The ball comes in, shoots just wide of the goal, just in there, shouting with the ref. Did Alisson get a touch to it? Did he palm it behind, or has it gone for a Liverpool goal kick? Well played by Justin there, making his run through.
Well, it's actually got a touch off Joel Matip, but it was a beautiful pass that set James Justin away. He had a lot of chance to bring that ball in field as Liverpool were trying to get men back, but he actually gave a goal kick. It did look like it actually touched Matip there, so Leicester can count themselves a little bit unlucky, but really good chance by James Justin.
Liverpool on the attack now. Jota tried to find Mane. Mane now! The ball just goes wide. Ball fell to Naby Keita, who plays it to Mane. Mane with the outside of his foot, but I think he's offside anyway. But quick transition of play by Liverpool there, who nearly scored.
Yeah, he is offside. Right decision by the linesman there. And as you know, obviously, when the attack is stone dead or is stopped, obviously they're going to put their flag up. But that's what Mane can do. You cannot leave him any sort of space because this Liverpool midfield, Keita's done on a few occasions. They will pick him out. And there's been worrying signs for Leicester throughout the 35 minutes of this game. And certainly Brendan Rodgers will be a little bit disappointed that they haven't really been able to deal with him as much better than they would have liked.
Leicester on the attack, just with the ball in, falls to Vardy, but it's gone out for a Leicester corner kick.
Yeah, first time we get to see a Leicester corner. And Mendy did really well to stay on his feet. Justin has been Leicester's best player for me. Lovely 1-2. It was a deflected cross that went on through to Vardy. Well stopped by Fabinho as he managed to deal with that there. But Leicester growing in this game in this last 2 or 3 minutes, and they've got a really good chance here to hurt Liverpool.
Liverpool's leading 1-0. Corner for Leicester. Couple of half chances for Leicester there in the last few minutes. The ball comes in. Headed away by Joel Matip there. Leicester have it with Mendy, who goes all the way back to Kasper Schmeichel. Can Leicester keep this up and try and get one before half-time? Johnny Evans with the ball now, being closed down by Roberto Firmino. And Kasper Schmeichel goes long. And has he kept that in? Yes, he has. The ball falls to Liverpool now, but intercepted by Leicester. And it's on the left-hand side again with Justin. Harvey Barnes. Great tackling there by Milner and Joel Matip. But the ball back with Firmino again. Every time a Leicester player gets the ball, Liverpool are there pressurising them.
Yeah, they're very, very good at doing it, aren't they? You know, as I said, it's the Gegen press that Jurgen Klopp has deployed in those Liverpool players. They just don't allow the opposition any chance or a moment's peace on the ball. They're just, as soon as they lose it, they just circle you and hunt you down and win it back. It is really, really good from Liverpool as they just want to win the ball back and play as high as they can.
Ball comes through to Curtis Jones, to Andy Robertson on the left-hand side. And well played there by Albrighton, who gets a touch to it. And that's a foul there on Maddison by Andy Robertson for Leicester.
Yeah, he just catches Maddison there, and was a flying challenge by Robertson. It was all intentions were good there. Certainly no malice from Andy Robertson, and he catches Maddison, and it's a chance for Leicester to try and keep possession here.
Fofana wins the header. Maddison goes down under a challenge by Wijnaldum. Referee says no. Now it's Curtis Jones to Wijnaldum. Joel Matip to James Milner. James Milner clips one ball into the box. Naby Keita gets a touch to it, but too many Leicester players around, and Leicester clear down the left-hand side. And he goes out for a throw into Liverpool.
I think obviously Leicester would probably look to just settle on this at 1-0. Maybe it could even be more, but certainly on the defensive side, they don't want to concede another goal, and they'll probably be quite happy to go in at the break at 1-0.
Cut out by Maddison to James Milner, who goes long, finds Mane. Fofana made a mistake there. Mane in the box. Gets a shot off target, but it's been gathered by Kasper Schmeichel after that defence. Wesley Fofana there making a rare mistake this game.
He made a mistake, and then he quickly redeemed himself, didn't he? Got in the right position to block Mane's shot and let it run on through to Schmeichel. the wrong side as he tried to get it under control. As it just went past him, and then Mane pounced on it. He's been the lively one out of the three so far. Mane been out on the left and then through the middle, got it under control, went in the inside on his right foot, but well played for Fano in blocking that shot. Just to get in front of it, that was the most important thing, and he did a sterling job at it, but for sure there.
Ball with Liverpool again. But Mane, I think he'd be a little bit disappointed there after having that chance.
Yeah, I think he probably will be a little bit disappointed, but obviously when the defender blocks it like that, there's not really a lot you can do. When you're in that position and you've got two players in front of you, you just want to hope that there's an extra attacking player to the right of you or to the left of you, and it wasn't anything there. And he's got to take the shots on, because he's going to have to wait a few more seconds for any Liverpool player to go of him. So the shot was something he had to take, but unfortunately for him, it's just one that wasn't on target and was one that went off of Leicester player and straight to Kasper Schmeichel.
Again, James Milner was looking long there, played a ball to Mane, and Fofana's mistake led to that chance. But Liverpool again in possession, as we've seen much of this half. And Joel Matip has the ball at the back. Leicester, compact again, looking to pounce on the counter-attack, looking for a turnover. Robertson now on the left-hand side. Finds Sadio Mane, who's come deep. Now it's Joel Matip to Milner. Milner back to Matip. Naby Keita. Wijnaldum, Keita and Fabinho. Good possession this by Liverpool. Curtis Jones finds Milner again on the right. Jones looks up, looks for the run. Plays it long to the left-hand side to Andy Robertson. Robertson goes past Albrighton. The ball comes in. Good header! Goal for Liverpool! And it's Diogo Jota who makes it 2-0. Brilliant play by Robertson on the left-hand side. Great bowling. Jota with the run. Flicks it past Schmeichel to make it 2-0 to Liverpool.
Beautiful bowling by Robertson, and it was a beautiful run as well by Diogo Jota. That's Liverpool at their best, moving it from one side to the other. Beautiful diagonal by Curtis Jones, and Robertson, beautiful control, goes on the inside away from Albrighton, puts the cross in. Absolutely superb delivery. Jota comes in from the right, centre of the pitch, and nods it in beyond Schmeichel. He's got to get power behind the header as he's running onto it. He does exactly that, and that's no time for Schmeichel to see that and even push that out to keep that out. And it was a brilliant header. Liverpool 2-0 up, and Jota's fine start, and the Liverpool shirt continues by scoring the second here. And it really is now hard work for Leicester in trying to get back into this game.
No chance for Schmeichel there as that header flew past him. 2-0 to Liverpool just before half-time. Leicester will be gutted. Some fine play by them. But the ball back with Leicester now. Comes in by Maddison, takes a shot. Parried by Alisson and is cleared away there by Robertson. Leicester nearly scored again. Tielemans it was.
Yeah, he's been quiet on an attacking sense. I haven't seen him get forward enough in this game because it has been the last sort of 20 minutes of the game. Leicester have had to come back and they've not really had men forward, but he got it here. Very similar position to the goal he scored for Belgium against England in the Nations League last week. Called it well, but it was pretty straightforward for Alisson. Just shuffle across. Don't even have to move too much to save it, and that's exactly what he did. Good commanding save by the Brazilian. You could forgive of probably not being at his best and being a bit not awake for trying to save that, but he was on his toes there, and he made a fine stop to keep Tielemans out.
2-0 to Liverpool. Leicester nearly scored. Can they get one before half-time? 42 minutes played. Now it's Schmeichel with the ball for Leicester. Going back to the goal, Jota there is in a fine vein of form for Liverpool. Off the bench, it makes his start today. And he's the first Liverpool player to score in first 4 home games since he's signed from Wolves.
He's having a fine start, isn't it? That's very good attacking play. I mean, obviously you associate with out-and-out strikers making runs like that, but that was brilliant from him. Confidence of him is shining through. He made a great run, and I don't ever recollect him scoring headers for Wolves, and that's something that's probably just looking to be added into his game, scoring all types of goals, very much like his other partner in crime, well, one of the partners in crime up front in Sadio Mane. Great run, great header, and he is a man in a rich vein of form, and he is going to take some stopping at the moment is Diogo Jota. And the way Liverpool are playing at the moment, they're comfortable, it's commanding, and I think if they really put their mind to it, they could get a couple more here, because Leicester do look a little bit on their knees at the moment.
Yeah, Diogo Jota forced his way into the starting 11 against Man City, forcing Jurgen Klopp to make that tactical change by playing all four front players against Man City. Liverpool now on the right hand side. James Milner there, fouled by Justin. Liesman puts his flag up, and he's going to get a booking. Justin there, a bit harsh, I think.
Well, you
As
see
we look at the replay,
well, he gets the ball to it
he got
first,
the ball. He got the ball.
Even more harsh, doesn't it? I mean, yeah, the linesman's obviously there to make the decision, but I think a booking there is very, very harsh on James Justin there. As he did win the ball off Milner, that was a clean tackle, so certainly one that he and Leicester can feel hard done by.
Mane on the left hand side just loses out there. Now it's Tielemans through the middle, who looks for the run of Vardy, but the ball's too long and he goes through to Alisson.
They've done that a couple of times, Leicester, in this game, where they've just got the ball in the middle of the park and they've just given it straight back to Liverpool. I mean, so in the first 10 minutes, they were trying to look for Vardy to get in behind at every opportunity. And that was the first time in a long time that intended ball was overhit for Vardy, and they're trying to look for him. But when you play against Liverpool, it's important to retain the ball better than what you have. And Leicester at the moment just have not done that. And as the half was worn on, they've just seen less and less of the ball, and Liverpool have seen more and more of it.
Do you think Leicester are not making most of it, or most of the advantage of Liverpool not having their centre backs, and they should be attacking more? They're taking more chances.
Well, I think there's obviously a case that they should be attacking more. Most definitely, I think obviously Fabinho and Matip. I mean, it's certainly
the ball goes long. Sorry, Matt, and it's a goal kick for Leicester. Robertson there looking for Mane, but good covering there by Johnny Evans and Fofana. And it's half time here at Anfield. Liverpool winning 2-0. Own goal by Johnny Evans, and Diogo Jota there in the 42nd minute continues his fine form in front of goal to make it Liverpool 2-0 here at Anfield. 45 minutes to go.
Right, it's half time now. Thanks to Matt and Des there doing brilliant commentary of the game. I mean, I'm ahead of you on my stream, but lucky enough, I'm ahead, so I can actually put the goal overlay up when it goes in on your side, not on my side. So if you both want to take a quick 5-10 minute break, you're more than welcome to. We do have a quiz going on. So we've got a quiz coming up, and there's 10 questions of this quiz. It is all relevant to Leicester and Liverpool. And the answers to this quiz will be revealed after the full-time whistle, so that we can give you all the answers to the question. So the first question is, who did Brendan Rodgers manage between Liverpool and Leicester? So question number 1 is, who did Brendan Rodgers manage between Liverpool and Leicester? Question number 2, true or false, Liverpool have never had a player sent off versus Leicester? So question number 2, true or false, Liverpool have never had a player sent off versus Leicester City? Question number 3. Which of these statements pertaining to the 4-0 win on Boxing Day is false? A. It was Liverpool's third consecutive league win at Leicester. B. James Milner scored with his first touch. C. Liverpool failed to muster a single shot in the entire game. Or D. Firmino's second goal against was the 500th under Klopp in all comps. So question number 3 is, which of these statements pertaining to the 4-0 win on Boxing Day is false? A. It was Liverpool's third consecutive league win at Leicester. B. James Milner scored with his first touch. C. Leicester failed to muster a single shot in the entire game. D. Liverpool's second goal against was the 500th under Klopp in all comps. So question number 4. Who are the two only other players to score more versus Liverpool than Jamie Vardy in the Premier League history? So question number 4. Who are the two only other players to score more versus Liverpool than Jamie Vardy in Premier League history? Question number 5. Danny Ward departed Liverpool for Leicester in the summer of 2018, but how much did the Foxes fork out for the keeper? Question number 5. Danny Ward departed Liverpool for Leicester in the summer of 2018, but how much did the Foxes fork out for the keeper? Question number 6. Who was at the helm when Leicester held the Reds to a 1-1 draw in 2019? Question 6. Who was at the helm when Leicester held the Reds to a 1-1 draw in 2019? Question number 7 is, which of these players did not sign for both Liverpool and Leicester in their careers? A. Gary McAllister. B. Chris Kirkland. C. Neil Ruddock. Or D. Jay Spearing. So question number 7 is, which of these players did not sign for both Liverpool and Leicester in their careers? A. Gary McAllister. B. Chris Kirkland. C. Neil Ruddock. Or D. Jay Spearing. Question number 8. It is dangerous as hell. He has to calm down. Who was Klopp referring to after the 2-1 win at Anfield? So question number 8. It is dangerous as hell. He has to calm down. Who was Klopp referring to after the 2-1 win at Anfield? Question number 9 is, who fouled Mane for penalty in the Reds' late 2-1 win at Anfield last season? So question number 9. Who fouled Mane for penalty in the Reds' late 2-1 win at Anfield last season? And question number 10 is, who has scored more against Leicester since being a Red? A. Roberto Firmino. B. Mohamed Salah. Or C. Sadio Mane. So question number 10 is, who has scored more against Leicester since being a Red? A. Roberto Firmino. B. Mohamed Salah. Or C. Sadio Mane. And all them questions that were read will be repeated at full time along with the answers given. So we'll hand you back to Des and Matt in a minute. We do have we do think that this game has been a very good game for both sides. Liverpool edged it. I mean, with the goal from Johnny Evans' own goal and Diego Jota scoring. But Liverpool have gone into the break at 2-0, and I'm sure Jurgen Klopp and Des will be really happy.
Yes,
Des-
I am Ryan, even though it's my team and we are winning 2-0. It's a good game. Liverpool looking very solid, considering they've got half their first team players out. And as we were mentioning with Matt before the game, that how are Leicester contenders, and is it going to be more closer this season? We're looking at that first 45 minutes from Liverpool and how solid they've been with that makeshift defence, and you can say a makeshift midfield. And they are rightly favourites going into the season.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, Leicester are missing a few key players as well. They're missing Timothy Castagna, Ricardo Pereira. So there's some key players that are being missing. I mean, Wesley Fofana has probably been Leicester's best player.
Yeah, and to be fair, as you say, Fofana's played well. Johnny Evans was having a good game until he made that mistake for the own goal. Justin played well as well. So I think slightly unlucky Leicester, but after that first goal went in, they had a couple of half chances, and then after the second goal went in, Liverpool were looking really strong finish of the half as well.
It was the curse of the commentator, wasn't it? When Johnny Evans, you were all met
Yeah.
Johnny Evans.
It was a good challenge just before the goal went in when the ball went out for a corner, yeah.
And then he goes and does that. But to be honest, he was fortunate about it because he didn't even really move. It just hit him on the back of the head and
yeah, I think he got distracted by Mane where he was, as Matt was saying, and had half an eye on Mane and completely missed the ball.
Yeah, I thought it was unlucky, but I think Brendan Rodgers will give him a good talking to. I mean, they're playing a very good three at the back with Christian Fuchs, Johnny Evans, and Wesley Fofana. I mean, they've got Singers under on the bench as well, who is a very good loan signing from Roma. So they have got threat as well coming off the bench, and I honestly think they could put up a good fight in the second half.
Yeah, I think Maddison, Barnes, Tielemans, they need to get on the ball more. Maddison's had a really quiet game so far, and if they get onto the ball more, and you got Vardy up top, give him a half a chance, and he could score. So if Leicester score first in the second half, it could be very interesting.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a game on if Leicester whoever gets the next goal. It's going to be a game on, isn't it? Really. So I'll hand you back to both you, Des and Matt, and I'll see you at full time.
Thank you very much, Rai. As we're discussing there, 2-0. Matt, how do you think second half's going to go?
Well, I think obviously with Leicester, I mean, I think what they've probably got to do the first sort of 15 minutes is look to try and keep it down certainly at 2-0. It's a hard enough task for them now to come back than what it would have been at 1-0. They obviously need the next goal. You know, it changes the psychology of this game and the dynamic, doesn't it? If Liverpool get a third, they're probably home and dry. They'll just sort of ease their foot off the gas a little bit. They won't do that in the second half. I don't think they're very much full throttle till, you know, the game is done. What Leicester have got to do, they've got to be very, very, you know, the midfield, I think they haven't been good enough so far. They just allowed Liverpool a little bit too much time. Their pressing was good in that first 10 minutes, but it has just sort of gone away from them as the half sort of wore on. So they've got to get Maddison on the ball more. They've got to keep the ball. They've got to have possession, and they've got to move up the pitch. They need to get Vardy in the channels and get some forward runs on board because he's had a good season so far. He's scored in every away game so far this season is Jamie Vardy. You know, he scored a hat-trick at Manchester City, 2 at West Brom, 1 at Leeds and 1 at Arsenal. And we know how good he is. Leicester just haven't used him so far. And obviously, as we know, Liverpool centre-backs, it isn't their usual pairing. And they've had quite a comfortable evening so far. So a lot of work to do for Leicester.
Yeah, so as we were saying, you mentioned it there, against his makeshift defence, Leicester need to take more chances. If you've got someone like Vardy up top, Maddison behind him, you can see in the second half, they're trying to especially score an early goal to make it 2-1, and then it could be very interesting. But with Liverpool on the counter, this is what they like. And with Jota in fine form, Mane playing well, you could see Liverpool scoring as well.
Of course you can. I think every minute of the game, I think you can always see Liverpool scoring. As I said there was just times in that first half where you'd have a period of around 2 or 3 minutes where there's not a lot happening in the game and they're just sort of just passing the ball. And then suddenly it's that one pass that just creates a chance. They're so good at doing that, Liverpool. And that's what makes all the defensive teams have to switch on when they play the champions. And they're capable of scoring at any time, not just in this game, but of course throughout the campaign. I mean, obviously, you look at the 3 midfield; they've hardly had a glove on them. I think they've been allowed too much time in that respect. The midfield's dropping a lot deeper, so it's forcing the defence back. And I think in terms of debuts, I think Curtis Jones has had an excellent debut. I mean, obviously he wouldn't have been playing today had Henderson been available. But he's come in against a very good Leicester team, 5th in the league last year, not an easy game. And he's really filled the role well. And just sort of going back to what you're saying about the counter-attacks, Liverpool have been good at doing that, but they haven't needed to really go on the counter yet. They've been very, very dominant. They've just, when they've really patiently kept the ball and worked it into the Leicester final sort of 18, 20 yards, that's when they've been devastating. So it has been a comfortable display from Liverpool so far.
And James Milner on the right is having a good game, seeing a lot of the ball, seeing as he's coming in for Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he's been seemed to be a danger for Liverpool on the right hand side. And Leicester can't handle the Justin again. We thought Justin was going to play on the right and Albright on the left, but it seems the other way around. He's struggling, and he's got a yellow card as well, James Justin. So he'd have to be careful in the second half.
Yeah, I think he will have to. Obviously, he's a young lad as well, and obviously you don't want to get drawn into making fouls, so he'll be trying to not jump into challenges and very much hope that he doesn't need to. Going with Milner, I mean, he's obviously, getting on a bit now, James Milner, but he's got a fantastic passing range. He's 34 years of age, and he's always had that ability. You never lose the attributes that you've got. The only thing you'll probably lose is, your pace and all that, but he's very fit. Very good pass with the ball. He put some really good balls into the box where he's really whipped his foot around it and played some really good balls down the line. And he's really made that right back slot today his own and, certainly filled the big void left behind by Trent Alexander-Arnold.
So we're back at Anfield. Liverpool leading 2-0. Second half just about to get underway. No changes from either side. As Sadio Mane kicks off for Liverpool. Ball goes long. Attacked by Fofana there, and it lands to Gini Wijnaldum in the centre of midfield. Joel Matip finding Milner as much as he did in the first half. Curtis Jones, and back to Matip. Liverpool keeping the ball early on. At the back there, again, we're seeing a similar pattern to the first half. Leicester sitting in, keeping their shape. Trying again, look for the counter, but I'm sure we'll see that change as the match goes on. Good ball there by Matip to the left-hand side to Andy Robertson. The ball comes in, and it's cleared by James Justin. Again there, quick switch there by Matip to Robertson, who puts the ball in, trying to look for Jota, and it's gone behind. But Liverpool nearly early on scored.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Albrighton there. He was very, very narrow. He was nowhere near Robertson. Touch and puts the ball in. Lovely ball to the back post. I think
Jota might have got the last touch off that, yeah.
So obviously, really good defending by James Justin. The striker or the winger in this case, Jota's got a lot to do to put the ball in the back of net. It came at him at pace, got a touch to it, but yeah, take nothing away. It was really good play from Liverpool, really switching the play excellently, sort of in the first 90 seconds of the second half.
Matip there, showing his repertoire of skills. You wouldn't mention that he's got that right foot pass, crossfield pass, but he showed it there. Leicester on the ball with Fofana at the back, and it's Johnny Evans who tries to go long and find Justin, but cut out by James Milner, and it's a Leicester throw-in.
Yeah, they didn't really do that a lot. They didn't really do that of note in that first half where they went diagonally, did they, Leicester? So maybe there might be a change of approach in this second half. Try and test Milner and Robertson, because whilst they are good attackingly, Liverpool's fullbacks, I think defensively there is that question that does plague them about defensively in their positioning, in particular Alexander-Arnold and Robertson. But obviously with no Alexander-Arnold on the pitch today, that's Milner obviously filling that role. So he maybe right in the second half try and test them at just that little bit more, and certainly does look like that.
Leicester on the ball with James Maddison, who turns, plays the ball through to Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes one-on-one with Joel Matip, left foot shot, but straight into the hands of Alisson.
That's what Maddison can do. He found that little pocket of space. First time he's done that in the game. Beautiful ball through to Harvey Barnes. Really good one for him to run onto. He was forced a little bit wider than he would have perhaps expected there, Harvey Barnes. And it was just a shot that was pretty tame and pretty easy for Alisson, and no real danger for the Brazilian shot stopper in dealing with that.
Matip did well there again, just forcing Harvey Barnes a little bit wide, and his shot went straight to Alisson. 3 minutes gone in the second half. Still Liverpool 2, Leicester 0. Can Leicester score first? Can Liverpool get a third? As Kasper Schmeichel takes the free kick, but it falls to Joel Matip, who's made a slight mistake there. Leicester in the box, and it's cut out there by Wijnaldum. Slight mistake by Matip. Vardy latched onto it into the box, tried to get a cross in, but it's gone out for a Leicester corner.
Yeah, Vardy put the pressure on Joel Matip there. He didn't do that in the first half, did he, Jamie Vardy? Changed the dynamic again, robbed him of the ball, and then he just put the ball in there. Just got to hope for a corner or you pick out your man. And he got the next best thing besides picking a man out, which was getting a Leicester City corner.
Corner for Leicester. James Maddison to take it. Ball comes in. It's cut out there by Robertson at the near post. In midfield now, Albrighton challenging Robertson. Matip gets it clear. In midfield, Wijnaldum. Good play there by Wijnaldum. Evading challenges, finds Curtis Jones on the right. Curtis Jones runs into the box, goes past one. Great defending by Leicester. Milner with a shot. But again, ricochets of Leicester defender, and the ball is with Leicester in the central midfield with James Maddison. Holds on to possession and goes back to Kasper Schmeichel. First time ball by Schmeichel, but it's cut out by Curtis Jones, and the ball's with Liverpool, Roberto Firmino. Firmino now gives it to Mane on the left-hand side, and it's been cut out for a Liverpool corner. Albrighton cutting out the cross by Mane.
Yeah, it was an intended low cross there from Mane. Albrighton just slid in there, and it got a good block off him, but they worked it well, didn't they? It just looked like the attack was over for just a brief second, but Liverpool tried to find a way through, went down that left-hand side, but it was good defending from Mark Albrighton there, stopping the cross.
Corner for Liverpool. Ball comes in from the left-hand side, cleared by Jamie Vardy at the near post as well. Now it's James Milner. He goes all the way back to Alisson Becker in the Liverpool goal. Naby Keita seems to be kneeling down. Alisson kicks the ball out. Could be an injury for Naby Keita, who's had a series of injury problems. Doesn't look good there for Keita.
Well, it looks like it could be his thigh or hamstring, and that's the last thing that Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool need. I mean, Thiago's still coming back from recovery to what has been so far a stop-start Liverpool career. Obviously, Henderson's injured. Oxlade-Chamberlain is still sidelined with injury. and that's just 3 players in the centre of midfield. So, and obviously with big games coming up, they've got Atalanta, and then they've got Brighton as well to come in the week. You just don't want to add to the injury list that you've got, and Jurgen Klopp's taking no chances here, and it does look like that Keita's going to come off, and you can just see he's just
It's his hamstring, I think, isn't it?
Hamstring, yeah. So that's something that you just don't want to aggravate, even if it is just a little aching pain or a tear. You just got to get him off as a precaution, and I think Jurgen Klopp will do that. And I think as well, he probably will move Milner into the centre of midfield, and then that will see
Nico Williams could come in on the right.
He'll fill in at right back, and obviously take Milner's place at right back, and then Milner would take Keita's place. So, they've had to reshuffle the pack a little bit, but certainly one that's not going to completely change the tactics of the team.
Very unlucky, Naby Keita has been plagued with injury in his Liverpool career. Who had a chance today to have a run of games, but it looks like he's been injured again. And young Nico Williams is going to come on, and as you say, he most probably will go on the right at right back, and James Milner to fill in midfield. Liverpool's injured list grows with all the other players out. You can add Naby Keita to it, and let's see if that makes a difference to Liverpool and to Leicester. Do you think they could target Williams on the left-hand side now?
It's very interesting to say, but they've got to get the ball out to that area, haven't they, Leicester? I mean, they haven't done it enough. They've been very much trying to play through the middle and not really kept the ball well enough. So it'll be interesting to see for Nico Williams. I think it's obviously a first appearance in the league for him this season. So you'd think Leicester would want to try him, but obviously there's thinking and then there's actually trying to do it. And they've got to move the ball quicker and down his side even before they can see how much they can get at this young Welsh lad.
Leicester have the ball at the back. Kasper Schmeichel now being run down there by Diogo Jota, and it's in midfield. Firmino challenges, but the ball breaks loose on the left-hand side. Mane runs in. 3 Liverpool players ahead of him. Great save by Schmeichel, and it's cleared off the line by Leicester for a Liverpool corner. Great play there by Liverpool, catching Leicester unawares. Mane runs clear, saved by Schmeichel, and then the ball goes behind.
I think Mane should score for me. I think he's got to just open his body up a little bit more and he'll pick up the corner. Pretty straightforward save for Schmeichel. He palms it up in the air. Always a danger because the rebound can see anyone from an attacking point of view try and head that in. But well played, Christian Fuchs had to get the header right to head over the bar, and he did exactly that. Well defended by him, but Leicester off the hook and stopping a third for now.
Quick corner taken by Liverpool on the left-hand side. The ball comes in, headed away by Wesley Fofana. Now it's Curtis Jones. Well played, Nico Williams there and winning that ball back. Liverpool have it at the back now. Andy Robertson plays it forward, but James Maddison got a foot to it, and it's a Liverpool throw-in. Liverpool on the attack on the left-hand side. Ball comes in by Jota, but it's a corner by Liverpool as it's cut out by the Leicester defence.
Yeah, it's down this left-hand side all for Liverpool in the first 10 minutes of this second half, and Leicester really have got to just stop that ball coming in and just don't allow any opportunity for Mane at all.
Liverpool corner. Cut out by Jamie Vardy once again on the near post. Poor corner there by Liverpool. But it's to Alisson now at the back. Curtis Jones on the right. Plays it to Fabinho. To Andy Robertson. Back to Milner. He plays it back to Robertson. Now it's Nico Williams on the right. Runs in field. But Liverpool have it at the back. Safe passing by Liverpool. Fabinho again. Finding Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson plays it long. Cut out by Evans. But it falls to Milner. Curtis Jones. Jota coming down the right hand side in the penalty area. Jota shoots. Saved by Kasper Schmeichel. Runs out to Jota. Saved by Schmeichel again. Hits the post. Fofana ricochets the ball. And it's cleared away by Christian Fuchs.
Well, Liverpool are getting closer and closer to a third as Leicester just not able to just shut them out. And Liverpool really are causing so many problems. They're going to get
It's Mane.
defended, I think. But just going back there then, I mean, Jota rolled on his right foot. He's done that a few times. Schmeichel really has to come across quickly to deal with that his near post. Really good save. And then it just sort of comes back from Jota, who puts it back in. Firmino then has two bites of the cherry. One was saved by Schmeichel. Then he hits the post. He probably should have scored, which just goes to probably sum up Roberto Firmino's luck in front of goal at the moment. But Liverpool could have had at least another 3 goals in this second half, as they're just not trying to settle on this 2-0 lead that they've got. And as I said, they want more and want Leicester to feel miserable and as they return back to the Midlands tonight, not just with a 2-0 defeat, but more.
Firmino there should have scored. He'd be pulling his hair out. And matter of fact, Firmino scored the most goals against Leicester in the Liverpool team. Could have added one there. But it's still 2-0 here at Anfield. Curtis Jones has it in the centre of midfield. Liverpool getting stronger into this game. Not seen much of Leicester so far in the second half. As we come up to the hour mark. Nico Williams on the right-hand side. Finds Wijnaldum. And is with Fabinho. Fabinho goes left to James Milner, who's filling at left back. Matip again. Matip for Williams. Williams the ball into to Curtis Jones. Jones with the left foot crossfield pass, looking for Mane, but it's cleared by Leicester. James Maddison on the ball. Now it's Mendy. Mendy getting tackled there, but Leicester have it again. Christian Fuchs to Johnny Evans, getting closed down by Sadio Mane. Schmeichel plays it to the right. Now it's Tielemans on the ball. Mendy, Firmino all over him. But on the right hand side, it's found Albrighton. Albrighton goes long, cut out by Liverpool. Mendy, Tielemans. Wesley Fofana now. Leicester enjoying some position in the second half. Ball with Evans. Liverpool looking to sit back. Now it's them keeping their shape. Waiting for a Leicester mistake, waiting to pounce. Now it's Johnny Evans for Leicester. Finds Wesley Fofana. Mendy. Back to Fofana. Liverpool looking to press. Firmino. Mane. But Leicester still have it with Fofana down the right. Who finds a great ball on the right hand side to Albright. Plays the ball in. But he's just too long and he goes into Alisson's hands. Good play by Leicester there. Being a little bit patient.
Yeah,
trying to work the paces.
Yeah, they were very patient, Des. They worked it out very well. It's the first time they've really done that in the game where Liverpool were getting around them and trying to limit the space they had to pass into. But Leicester played through it and did very well. And now they're going to, make 2 changes here with Pratt and Cengiz Ünder coming on. And I think that this is 2 warranted changes. It's not really looked like they're going to threaten at all in this second half. But hopefully with these 2 coming on, it could change.
Cengiz Ünder there. Turkish international, who's had a good start to his Leicester career. As Leicester have a free kick. Fuchs over the ball with Maddison alongside him. 30 yards away, but ball slipped in by Maddison. Jamie Vardy, saved by Alisson. And it's cleared by Liverpool for Tielemans there, appealing for a corner kick. But again, quick flicked in by Maddison. Vardy looks offside there, but half a chance if that wasn't given as offside, but for Leicester.
Well, it was. Maddison put the ball in, and he's onside because it was a Liverpool player that clipped it into him. He just didn't get the control right, did he, Vardy? You would have imagined that if he got his control right, he's going to put that ball beyond Alisson, but he made that run, drifted beyond. He just couldn't get that touch right. And Alisson clawed it away. Then it came to Tielemans, and Liverpool just about did enough to keep it out, but that was a real opening for Leicester, and Jamie Vardy, and he'll feel gutted that he just couldn't put that ball into the back of the net.
Change made by Leicester. Christian Fuchs comes on. Cengiz comes off. Cengiz under comes on, and Harvey Barnes comes off for Pride. And let's see if that makes a difference for Leicester, who nearly scored then to make it 2-1. But as it stands, Liverpool lead 2-0, 62 minutes played.
I think with the two subs coming on, obviously, as you'd expect, Leicester have changed formation to go forward at the back. So obviously, Albrighton and Justin are playing as full-backs, and then they've obviously got Pratt, Tielemans, and Mendy as a three. And then obviously in the midfield, they've then occupied sort of Maddison, Vardy, if you like, just behind
under
one another. So it's very much a formation that they're going to try and take to Liverpool, with Under out on that wing as well, as he's on the ball now.
Attacking change by Leicester. Let's see if they can score. Leicester have it down the Liverpool right. Ball comes in, cleared away by Joel Matip. But it's still in Leicester possession with Justin on the left-hand side now. Justin, Nico Williams ahead of him. Comes back to Mendy. Mendy to Maddison, who's seen much of the ball in the second half now, as Leicester have more possession. Wesley Fofana plays it right. Now it's Yuri Tielemans. Leicester asking questions now. Quicker passing as well in this second half by Leicester. It's down there right with Albrighton, who finds Pride. Now it's Tielemans, just outside the area. Clips the ball in. Finds Justin on the left-hand side. Justin alongside Nico Williams gets his cross across. And it's headed away by Liverpool. Mane, but he's still with Leicester. Justin again, down on the left-hand side. Finds Maddison to Justin. Maddison again. Just holds off Wijnaldum. Puts it wide to Under, who takes a shot. Blocked by James Milner, and it's a Leicester throw-in. Better by Leicester this.
He had an option to his right there, Cengiz Under, and if he used it, they could have put the ball in the box.
Under has it now. Now gives it to Albrighton on the right, who crosses the ball, but he's just too long and he goes out for a Liverpool goal kick. But much better Leicester now. The changes are making a difference.
It is very much better, you're right. I mean, obviously, they're getting the ball down, trying to use it quickly. And, you know, it's more patient, actually, from Leicester. They're just trying to see whether the runs are going to come from their players. But in terms of defending Albrighton's cross there, it was really exemplary from Liverpool. They shuffled over to that left-hand side, dealt with it in a very good manner, and then just limited Albrighton's space for him to put the ball into, as he was right by the byline as he put the ball in. Obviously, he overhit the cross and went over Alisson's crossbar as it went out for a goal kick.
Yellow card for Mendy there on a challenge on Wijnaldum in the centre of the park. Just a little bit late there. Nasty challenge on Wijnaldum.
Yeah, really heavy on the ankle, wasn't it? And that's always a sore one for any player to be on the receiving end of. And yeah, rightly so. Mendy's chalked up his third booking of the season.
Still 2-0 to Liverpool. Can Leicester get one back? Fabinho on the left-hand side looks for Sadio Mane, controls it beautifully on his chest. Roberto Firmino now, finding Nico Williams down the right wing. Williams gives it to Jota. Jota, Curtis Jones. Back to Jota again, who finds Fabinho. Now it's on the left-hand side. Liverpool in possession with Wijnaldum. Jones and Joel Matip. Matip brings the ball across, plays the ball through. Just a little bit long for Mane there. Right idea. and he was gathered by Schmeichel. Now it's Leicester with Tielemans. Trying to slide in Pryor, but he's cut out by Leicester again. Liverpool down the left-hand side with Andy Robertson. First time ball cut out by Fofana. Fofana has it again. Tielemans to Fofana. Tielemans again in the centre of midfield. James Maddison now. Foul there by Curtis Jones on James Maddison. Free kick Leicester. Maddison was surrounded there by the Liverpool midfield. And Liverpool concede a free kick just above the halfway line. Now it's Evans for Leicester. Much more possession for Leicester in the second half. Fofana in the centre circle, who finds Evans. Goes left, but it's cut out by Nico Williams. Being shut down there by Dennis Pride. And Reed Williams gets it clear. But only for Leicester to have it back. Pride now. Looks for Maddison. Matip challenging. Wijnaldum goes long. Looking for Diogo Jota. Chest the ball down. And is deemed to have given a free kick for Leicester. Referee waves carry on. Mendy now. To Maddison. Who's been fouled again by James Milner. Leicester free kick.
Yeah, it's a bit of the ball's just sort of waiting to be stone dead for sort of 2 or 3 minutes, isn't it? And yeah, Milner did give it a little shove in the back on Maddison just before he won the ball there. But just goes to show Liverpool's pressing, isn't it? They're just, even though they're 2-0 up, they're just eager to get the ball at their feet and get the ball moving into Leicester's half. And they're not trying to lie down and hold back. They just want to get that ball desperately and, you know, get themselves in the ascendancy again.
Free kick Leicester. Maddison touches it for under. Ball comes in from the right hand side. Vardy underneath it. Wins the header. Jones clears it. And Jamie Vardy is deemed to have been offside. And Alisson will take the free kick. Brendan Rodgers there, clapping away. Encouraging his team. As Liverpool have the ball. Firmino. He finds now it's Mane. Mane looking for the run of Curtis Jones, but instead he goes to Diogo Jota. Nico Williams on his right, but he goes on his left. Ball comes in on the left-hand side, in the middle of the box. And it's cleared by Leicester again. Milner, Robertson, near the left corner flag, crosses the ball in. But it's out for a Liverpool corner again.
Yeah, they got a bit of defending to do, and again, it's down there, Leicester right-hand side. Robertson put the ball in, and Leicester just about defended it, but they're allowing a lot of space for Robertson to put that ball in. O'Brien's got to get really out to him and stop the cross, and because they're inviting the pressure by just allowing the crosses to come in. They've got to close it down a little bit better.
Liverpool corner. Taken by James Milner. Ball comes in. Again, it's headed away by Jamie Vardy. This is probably the 3rd or 4th time he's done it this game. The corners have been poor.
Yeah, they haven't really been at it this second half, Liverpool. The first half, they found Matip on a few occasions, didn't they, with his ability. And obviously, they got their first goal from a Johnny Evans own goal. But the second half, Leicester have dealt with it well, as they've just sort of got their men back, haven't they? They've realised that Liverpool are a bit of a threat from set pieces of certain individuals, and they just thought that they'll just get a lot of men back to just defend it even better than what they were doing in the first half, which was at times a little bit questionable.
Ball in midfield now. Both teams losing possession. But finally Leicester have it and giving away again. Wijnaldum wins it back. Curtis Jones looking for Firmino. He gives it back. Nice play there by Curtis Jones. Good little flick back to Firmino. Finds Nico Williams on the right hand side, who goes in field. Diogo Jota now, just outside the area. Goes into the area, he's through. Good challenge there again by Leicester. Jota's there wriggling on the ground, seems to have been fouled. Ball goes wide. And what has the referee given? Jota's
Well-
running around in pain.
Well, Jurgen Klopp wasn't happy about it. Great feat by Diogo Jota, and he's obviously taken the shot, and then Fofana's made the contact. He's got a little toe to the ball, but he got a lot more of the man than the ball as it's sort of just gone out of play. Klopp's convinced it's a penalty. I'm not so
He's
sure.
took the shot. Jota took a shot. Fofana comes in a little bit late. Klopp's got his arms in the air.
Well, he's not going to give a penalty for it because obviously the attack has obviously happened, but you do sort of see, I have seen instances in matches where that has been given by the referee once the ball has gone out of play or the shot's been taken. So, Liverpool, I don't think it's personally a penalty. I mean, obviously there is a strong case for it, but I think if you did give that, it is a little bit harsh. But I think Jurgen Klopp won't be moaning too much now they're 2-0 up. I think if it was the other way around, I think he'd be getting a little bit more redder and getting a bit more angrier. But no, I think the referee's probably right on this occasion for me.
Would have been very harsh there on Leicester if that penalty was given. But with VAR this season, anything's possible.
Of course it is. At least it wasn't a handball. So
At least it wasn't a
handballs are
handball.
given for anything these days. So I suppose that was a plus behind it, and obviously it did need a check. So obviously they were very, very clear that Fofana did do nothing wrong.
Let's have the ball at the back with Wesley Fofana again. Fofana looks for Tielemans. Leicester moving along nicely now. But just a little bit long there by Tielemans, and he goes out for a Liverpool throw-in. But Leicester midfield is finding a lot of space in the second half now.
Yeah, they have just stopped pressing them, Liverpool, and they are just reverting to just sort of maintaining their position and just sort of giving a little bit more protection to the defence. Not the best ball from James, but he gets away with it. But yeah, they are very much allowing Leicester to just try and get the ball in the midfield and try and play it out, in particular to that left-hand side.
Andy Robertson going on a fine run. He beats 3 players, and in the end, it's just to have been fouled, and it's a free kick to Liverpool.
Yeah,
good run there by Andy Robertson.
Yeah, it was brilliant play from Andy Robertson. It looked like he was never just going to stop, and it was brilliant feat to get him away from 3 players. And he actually gets away from Fofana with the ball beyond the French centre-back for Leicester, but he does just catch him. Whether or not he actually made contact or not is a different story, but it was the lunge that certainly seen Robertson go down and make a pretty easy decision for Chris Kavanagh.
Free kick to Liverpool on the left-hand side, 10 yards outside the penalty area. Robertson looking to take it, in swinging cross, ball comes in, and it's been a foul on Youri Tielemans by Liverpool, and it's a Leicester free kick. Taken long by Schmeichel, looking for Pratt on the left-hand side, but it's been cut out by Nico Williams, but Leicester have the ball against with Johnny Evans. Now Schmeichel plays a dangerous ball there by Schmeichel to Tielemans. Didn't give him a lot of time, and Tielemans puts it out for a Liverpool throw-in.
Yeah, he's right to feel angry, isn't he? He doesn't get a man on shout. There was a Liverpool player right on his backside, right behind him, not giving him a moment's peace to play it out to the right-hand side and play it amongst the back. But just goes to show that the frustration might be just kicking in for Leicester in the fact that they are 2-0 down. And obviously Liverpool have just sort of eased it a little bit in these last 5-10 minutes. But yeah, simple ball from Tielemans and just a simple bit of communication has just seen Liverpool get that throw in there and now have the ball in Leicester's final third.
Liverpool have it on the right. Nico Williams puts the ball in, cut out by Johnny Evans, and it falls to Justin. 2 Liverpool players around him. Nico Williams there again, closing the ball down, and he goes for a throw-in for Leicester, deep in their half. But Leicester have given it away to Williams again, and it's another throw-in. He's done well, Nico Williams, since coming on. Not put a foot wrong yet.
Yeah, he's been very, very solid as Williams. He hasn't had a lot of defending to do with Leicester not really being able to get that ball toward his side.
Ball comes in by Jota, finds Firmino. He's through in the box, 1-on-1 with the keeper. Oh, he's missed. Hit the post. And it's cleared by Leicester. Mane with the ball. And it's Ricochet. Oh, it's like Schmeichel's collects it in the end. It's not happening for Roberto Firmino, is it? Should have scored there.
When your luck's out, it really is out, isn't it? Beautiful ball by Jota, who's been the best player on the pitch tonight. Firmino does the hard part, turns Fofana and Evans beautifully, and he's got to put that in the back of the net, hits the post, and then it comes back out. I think, no, Schmeichel doesn't get a touch onto it, hits the post and bounces off Firmino. It looks like he's actually going to score with the ball actually ricocheting off him. Then Mane takes flight, and then it takes a deflection, hits the post. It was absolute, it was madness in there, but Liverpool almost finally get that third goal that they've been aching for since the start of the second half. But Roberto Firmino is just everything he seems to hit at the moment, just doesn't seem to want to go into the back of the net. And all good strikers seem to go through this, but it's just carrying on and on and on the burden of the fact that he's not got as many goals as he would like. And obviously the stat in front of you now, 2 goals in 23 Premier League appearances, I think really does tell you and all that. For all the hard work he puts in, he certainly doesn't get the rewards in front of goal.
Should have scored there, Firmino. But Liverpool on the attack again with Firmino, who goes into the box, clips the ball in, trying to look for Mane, just a little bit wide. And Albrighton has the ball on the Leicester right. Matip there challenging with Maddison. Wins the challenge. He gives it to Milner, who took too much time on the ball there and is back in Leicester possession. Unlucky there, Firmino hit the post. Ball came out to him, hit him again, and there was a quick check to see if the ball went over the line, but not all of it went. But should have scored there, as you say. But Leicester have it now on the right. Jamie Vardy, who's moved out to that side, looks up, finds Mendy. Mendy to Evans. Evan goes wide, finds James Albrighton now. Albrighton goes to Tielemans. Ball comes in from the right-hand side, straight to the hands of Alisson Becker in the Liverpool goal.
Yeah, Liverpool in this second half are very much trying to hit Leicester on the break, and they've done it so well. I mean, obviously, we talked about how they were trying to use possession to their advantage in the first half and just build slowly, and then just once they get into the sort of final 20 yards of Leicester's box, that's when they can put that killer ball in. But they're just trying to see if Leicester can just bring men forward up as they try and keep the ball more, invite the pressure, and then as soon as they win it back, they can hit them on the break, and they've done it a few times. But they're desperate, Liverpool, to try and keep this clean sheet to make the win look even more. What's the word? Look, make the victory look
more impressive.
Make the victory look a lot better, shall we say? Make it look better than what it is. Because if you concede when you've won the game, it does make things just a little bit worse. And it does sort of just take the gloss of what's been a very, very good champion-like performance from Liverpool.
Leicester free kick now on the left-hand side. Liverpool players on the edge of the box, in line. Fofana there, Evans there. Ball comes in, just a little bit wide, but it falls to Maddison. Challenged by Mane. Mane wins the challenge, plays it off Maddison, and it's gone out for a Liverpool goal kick.
Yeah, I wonder if now maybe Klopp will look to. Well, we're just hitting the goal back here. Margins in that ball actually crossing the line. That is millimetres away from crossing the back of the net.
That is 1 millimetre. That is 1 millimetre. Yes.
It really is out for him at the moment, isn't it? But yeah.
Couple of chances this game should have put them away.
Yeah, he should have put the first chance away. But when a ricochet like that happens and you're millimetres away, you're probably now thinking that he's probably never going to score again. But as I was saying, I mean, Jurgen Klopp might look at this now with 9.5 minutes to play and think, do you know what? Maybe take off Mane, Jota or Firmino, just rest them up because they've got Atalanta obviously on Wednesday in the Champions League. They've obviously got Minamino, Origi on the bench, give them some minutes perhaps, as they've obviously got a busy schedule in the next 2 months. I think if they would come off with about 9 minutes plus to play, I don't think they would be complaining at all.
Long ball by Matip, looking for Sadio Mane. Fofana under it again. Gets it clear. Now it's Tielemans for Leicester. Does really well holding onto the ball. And is Dennis Praet now just over the halfway line down the Leicester left. Looks up. Maddison First time ball cut out by Liverpool with Curtis Jones now, who finds Firmino. Firmino, heavy touch, and it's been intercepted. Good ball there by Pryor outside his foot, find Maddison. Plays it on the left, Justin. Alisson coming out the area and wins the challenge there with Justin. Slide tackle there. And it's Leicester with the ball. Runs in midfield, Albrighton. Albrighton now. Plays it wide to under. Mendy. Liverpool sitting back. Back to Mendy. Now it's Johnny Evans. Wesley Fofana. Just over the halfway line. He goes back to Johnny Evans. Evan flicks it to the left-hand side, finds Justin. Mendy. Pryor. Headed away there by Mane. Good interception, but it's back in Leicester's possession. Albrighton runs in. Cross. And headed away by Fabinho. Leicester have it again. Albrighton to under. Puts the ball in left-hand side. Collected by Maddison. Twists and turns. Liverpool defenders around him. Finds Pryor on the left. Finds Maddison. Maddison with a left foot shot. Blocked there by Fabinho. And Liverpool get it clear. Jota in possession now. Runs in the middle. Centre circle. Finds Mane on the left-hand side. One-on-one with Fofana. Mane running through. Goes past Fofana. Shot by Mane. Padded by Schmeichel. Falls to Firmino. But again, it's scrambled away by Leicester. And Justin on the left-hand side. Clears it downfield. And it's gone out for a Liverpool throw-in. Mane there. Takes his shot off. Falls to Firmino. But Firmino couldn't control it and it was cleared by Leicester.
Yeah, Mane went on the inside and far too easily away from Wesley Fofana. He just went past him as if he wasn't there. Got a hold of it well. It was difficult and awkward for Schmeichel to deal with. Could only parry it to Firmino, but luckily it's just sort of gone behind him and he's unable to really get the rebound shot away. But Sadio Mane really has looked every bit as lively as you usually expect him to be. Really caused Leicester a few problems from every sort of angle, and they really have struggled to deal with him coming in on the inside as this game sort of wears down now. But he's been the player that's really, in the last 2 years, really sort of stepped up his game. I think it's gone on to the levels that Salah was reaching in his first 2 years here, and I think he's the one that's really the driving force out of the three for Liverpool.
Liverpool have it again. On the right-hand side with Nico Williams. Jota plays a 1-2 with Williams. With a good challenge there by Maddison. And he's gone out for a Liverpool corner.
Yeah,
Maddison's gone down.
Yeah, Maddison down, obviously. They don't want any more injuries, Leicester, of course. They have got a busy schedule themselves. They've got a Europa League game on Thursday against Braga, and then they've got Fulham and Sheffield United to come in the next few weeks. And obviously they'll be monitoring the situation with James Maddison with around sort of 5+ minutes to go. They'll be hoping that the injury isn't as severe and don't have to take him off. It looks okay for this part, so it doesn't look like there's any injury of any note, but obviously they'll be monitoring that as the half and the game comes to a close.
2-0 to Liverpool. 5 minutes of normal time remaining. Corner comes in by James Milner. Mane gets a challenge onto it, but it's headed behind for another Liverpool corner. Can Liverpool hold on? Can Liverpool keep a clean sheet? The only clean sheet they've kept this season was against Chelsea. Players getting into position. Milner with his hand up. Right foot crossing from the corner. Headed in, and a goal! By Roberto Firmino! Great cross by Milner. Firmino get the head to it. Down in the bottom left corner. Past Schmeichel to make it 3-0. And he's finally scored.
He finally has his goal, doesn't he, Firmino? If anyone deserved the goal, it was going to be him. And he meets the corner absolutely superbly from James Milner. Right on the penalty spot. He makes that run. He gets in the right position. Look at the smile on his face. Look how much it means to him. Brilliant delivery. He just heads it beyond Schmeichel, who's got no chance. But you've got to look at how he's been allowed to drift in now. I think it's Justin who's watching him. And then he drifts towards Cengiz Under, who's got completely no idea where Firmino has gone to in the box. And he's met it superbly. Commanding header beyond the goalkeeper. 3-0 Liverpool. And it's an even more handsome victory. And even more sweeter for the fact Firmino scored as well.
Great header there by Firmino. Under being distracted by the ball. Lets him run in behind. And Firmino puts it in the back of the net to make it 3-0. But Leicester now, looking to get one back still. Vardy on the left-hand side. Crosses the ball in. Robertson underneath it. Gets ahead to it. But Leicester still in possession. Under finds Maddison. Ball across the box. No one there and it falls to Curtis Jones. Jones under pressure there by the Leicester midfield. And it's gone out for a Leicester corner.
Yeah, he was put under a little bit of pressure there, was Curtis Jones. He did just have a little slight panic and didn't really know what to do there. And he's obviously put the ball out for a corner, but Liverpool now will be very, very desperate to just cling on to what would be a second clean sheet of the season. Just don't give anything away from what's been a really, really good commanding performance.
James Maddison is going to take the corner on this Liverpool left. One hand up in the air. Ball comes in. Fofana gets underneath it, but he just headed over the bar. Half a chance there by Leicester. Fofana was ahead of his defender, but he couldn't keep it down. And Liverpool looked to make a change with Origi and Minamino looking to come on.
Yeah, obviously Jota now coming off, scored another goal to what's already been an impressive Liverpool career. I'll be very happy with his display. Looking even more like he's a Liverpool player every game he plays. So obviously Origi's come on in his place. And obviously Minamino coming on minutes for him. It's obviously found starting games hard for Liverpool so far, but him coming on now, he could just show maybe in these final few minutes what he can do. But obviously he is a longer term project, so it's one of those that he Klopp, the manager, will certainly feel like he doesn't have to rush into to get him playing. He just wants him to get his confidence up and just get him a run of games when he feels like he can play. Because obviously, as we know, it's going to be very hard to get in the team ahead of Mane, Firmino, Salah, and obviously Diego Jota.
Jota with an outstanding performance today. I wonder if Jurgen Klopp is going to change his formation to keep all four happy because he can't leave Jota out in the form that he's in, or is he going to drop one of the famous front three for Liverpool? 30 seconds of the 90 minutes to play, plus some added time to go on. 3-0 to Liverpool. Wesley Fofana has the ball for Leicester. Looks to find Cengiz Under. But again, that Liverpool press has been so dominant in this game. They've not switched off, even though they're winning 3-0. Curtis Jones on the right-hand side now. Nico Williams going ahead of him. First time ball in by Williams. Cut out by Leicester. And now it's Mendy. Mendy finds Pride. Now it's Justin. And Leicester with the ball in the middle. Tielemans. James Milner there. Still sliding in the 90th minute. Fofana. Evans. Can they get a consolation goal? Leicester. Cut out on the right hand side. Good interception between Williams and Curtis Jones. And it's a Liverpool free kick. Brendan Rodgers clapping. Anfield's not been his lucky ground since he's been back in the Premier League. Jurgen Klopp happy with the night's display.
Yeah, why wouldn't he be happy? 3-0. Hanging on, nearly 3 minutes to go until they get another clean sheet. And you know that it's a dominant performance, isn't it? I mean, obviously Liverpool haven't quite had enough of them this season. I mean, Chelsea, they were dominant throughout the game. Obviously, it didn't, it certainly helped their case when Christensen was sent off. But
ball comes long. Vardy just puts it wide. Alisson came out to him. Long ball played to Vardy on the right hand side. Tries to chip Alisson, but the angle was just a little bit too tight for him.
Well, he's offside anyways. Well, Under was offside, and obviously he wasn't the man in play. Vardy got it under control. He was alive and alert. He was a long way out. It was, Alisson sort of came out, missed it, but Jamie Vardy's got to do a lot to really bend that into the back of the net. So in the end, it sort of goes into the side net. And he's had a frustrating evening. Hasn't really looked like adding to what's already been an impressive tally this season.
Liverpool attacking. Minamino in the box. Left foot shot, but straight into Schmeichel's hands. 92 minutes played of the 4 minutes of injury time at the end of this game. Liverpool to go joint top with 20 points with Tottenham Hotspur, who are just ahead on goal difference as they look to see the game out here at Anfield. Justin has it down the left, plays the ball in, and it's cleared by Fabinho. He's had a quiet game at the back. He's been quite solid, Fabinho, at the back of the Liverpool defence.
Yeah, he hasn't really had a lot to do, has he, Fabinho? And I mean, he obviously was playing centre-back a lot for Monaco before he obviously came to England and Liverpool, and he's such an accomplished player there. He was filling in there against Chelsea, and obviously he had a few injury concerns there, and he didn't look out of place one single bit, did his job to good effect, and when he's been called upon tonight, he's done very, very well indeed.
Leicester have the ball with Johnny Evans, who goes right to find Albrighton, and Tielemans and Mendy. Mendy finds James Maddison, who does well to keep hold of the ball. Now it's Under on the left-hand side, Vardy. Nice Albrighton on the right. And he's gone over the bar. James Albrighton coming on the right-hand side on his left foot. Opens the body up too much. And he goes over. And that just about sums it up for Leicester.
Yeah, it does sum it up. It was actually a nice build-up play. Probably the best phase of play Leicester have had. And it's taken them into the final minute to try and really conjure up a good bit of possession inside Liverpool's final third, if you like. It was a nice layout by Vardy. Albrighton came onto it well. You could see what he was trying to do, but he just didn't get the execution right, did he, at all? And it sailed over Alisson's crossbar.
Alisson with a goal kick, and that's a final whistle as Chris Kavanagh calls the end to the game. Jurgen Klopp there, fist bumping Brendan Rodgers. He'll be happy with this 3-0 against a league leader with all his players out as well. It's frightening that Liverpool can have this kind of performance with their top hitters out, and very rightly go into the season now as firm favourites, in my opinion.
Yeah, very much. I mean, you obviously made the point there. They were missing numbers at the back. It certainly didn't show. Kept a clean sheet. Obviously, when Van Dijk has been in the team, they've conceded 2 to Everton, and obviously only played a little part of that game. They conceded 7 to Villa, so maybe they don't miss him at all as much as they think. Even though he is a world-class centre-back. But a dominant performance tonight. Good in attack. Could have had more had it not been for some good saves from Kasper Schmeichel and a little bit of hard luck. But yeah, Liverpool joint top now. Good commanding performance. Haven't quite had enough of them this season going into this. But, they start this, they go into the big, busy period of fixtures in the next sort of 6 to 8 weeks with a win. And certainly, Jurgen Klopp smiling at the end, and why wouldn't he after a good performance like that?
Leicester will feel slightly unfortunate with the Johnny Evans own goal, who were much in the game up until then, and then Liverpool just put the pressure on and win here at Anfield 3-0 to go top of the league with Tottenham.
Well, we're back. I'm back. What a performance by Liverpool in the end. And Des, you've got to be really happy with that.
I think the more commentary I do, the more better performances that we make.
Yeah, I mean, this is the second time we've done a live commentary for me, and both times have been on Liverpool performances, and they've both been wins.
Yeah, solid win for Liverpool today. It was touch and go before the game. Thought it'd be much tighter than it was. Was fearful of that back four, the back two, even that midfield. But they all played really well, considering the players out. And a 3-0 to Leicester, that's a really good result. And that's a marker down for people who are thinking, because of the injuries that they have, that Liverpool might slip up this season, but they can only get stronger as the players come back to fitness.
Yeah. So, what's your thoughts on this, Matt?
I mean, I think obviously the performance today, you look at it, I think that was what made Liverpool so good last year, those type of performances, especially at Anfield, dominant in every single area of the pitch. They're just so good at managing games, aren't they? They go 2-0 up and, you think you can take the foot off the gas. But for me, they created, a lot more in that second half. Schmeichel made some really good saves that kept the score down. They had a little bit of poor luck, didn't they, with obviously Firmino going close on a couple of occasions. And obviously they kept a clean sheet. So a really good night's work for them. And obviously what's going to be a busy period. And I think a lot of people would have seen that Liverpool are depleted in defence and midfield and thought Leicester would have really hurt them tonight. But, Jurgen Klopp and his team, really withstood everything that Leicester had. They underperformed tonight. They were disappointing. They just seem in a lot of the big games in the last few months, apart from Manchester City, Leicester, and you could probably argue Arsenal, they have sort of faltered and crumbled. Tottenham, Manchester United, within the last sort of 4 or 5 months, and this was adding to it today. So, Liverpool played on that. It was a really good performance and, really good 3-0 win to put them joint top with Tottenham in the Premier League.
Yeah, especially if Leicester had won this today, they would have ended Liverpool's unbeaten home record, which is now a brand new record that they've set of 65 games unbeaten at home without defeat. It could have sent Leicester top of the league with a win, but unfortunately for any Leicester fans out there, commiserations to you. So we'll now go into the quiz that I prepared and give you the answers for the halftime quiz that I made. So the first question was, who did Rodgers manage between Liverpool and Leicester? So question number 1 is, who did Brendan Rodgers manage between Liverpool and Leicester? Wow, it was none other than Glasgow Celtic. So question number 2, true or false? Liverpool have never had a player sent off versus Leicester. So question number 2, true or false? Liverpool have never had a player sent off versus Leicester. Wow, it's false for any of you that thought it was true. It's actually false. They've had 2 red cards. One was for Jason McAteer in 1998, and the other was David Thompson in 1999. So question number 3. Which of these statements pertaining to the 4-0 win on Boxing Day is false? So question number 3 is, which of these statements pertaining to the 4-0 win on Boxing Day is false? So it's A, it was Liverpool's 3rd consecutive league win at Leicester. B, James Milner scored with his first touch. C, Leicester failed to muster a single shot in the entire game. Or D, Firmino's second goal against was the 500th under Klopp in all comps. So question number 3, which of these statements pertaining in the 4-0 win on Boxing Day is false? A, it was Liverpool's 3rd consecutive league win at Leicester. B, James Milner scored with his first touch. C. Leicester failed to muster a single shot in the entire game. Or D. Firmino's second goal against was the 500th under Klopp in all comps. And the correct answer is C, which is Leicester failed to muster a single shot in the entire game, which is pretty unusual in 90 minutes of game time that any team can not even have a shot. So going on to question number 4. Who are the two only other players to score more versus Liverpool than Jamie Vardy in Premier League history? So question number 4 is who are the two only other players to score more versus Liverpool than Jamie Vardy in Premier League history? Yeah, it's Thierry Henry and Andy Cole. Vardy has 7 against the Reds, while Andy Cole has notched 11 in his career, and Henry has notched 8. So, question number 5. Danny Ward departed Liverpool for Leicester in the summer of 2018, but how much did the Foxes fork out for the keeper? So, question number 5. Danny Ward departed Liverpool for Leicester in the summer of 2018, but how much did the Foxes fork out for the keeper? Yes, it is 12.5 million for a goalkeeper that sits on the bench every week and plays in the cup competitions. So, question number 6. Who was at the helm when Leicester held the Reds to a 1-1 draw in 2019? So, question number 6. Who was at the helm when Leicester held the Reds to a 1-1 draw in 2019? Yeah, it was Claude Puel. And it was actually only one of 2 games that Liverpool had dropped points in at home in the 2018-19 season. So, question number 7. Which of these players did not sign for both Liverpool and Leicester in their careers? So that's A. Gary McAllister, B. Chris Kirkland, C. Neil Ruddock, or D. Jay Spearing. The question number 7 is which of these players did not sign for both Liverpool and Leicester in their careers? A. Gary McAllister, B. Chris Kirkland, C. Neil Ruddock, or D. Jay Spearing. Well, any of you had thought it was Chris Kirkland or Gary McAllister or Jay Spearing would be wrong because it is none other than Neil Razor Ruddock. Question number 8 is it is dangerous as hell. He has to calm down. Who was Klopp referring to after the 2-1 win at Anfield? So question number 8 is dangerous as hell. He has to calm down. Who was Klopp referring to after the 2-1 win at Anfield? Yeah, it was Hamza Chowdhury for his challenge on Mohamed Salah, which saw Salah miss the next game v Manchester United. And question 9 is who fouled Mane for penalty in the Reds' late 2-1 win at Anfield last season? And if you were listening in to the commentary between Des and Matt, they did reveal the answer. So the answer is Mark Albrighton, who fouled Mane for the penalty in the Reds' late 2-1 win at Anfield last season, because the challenge actually came in stoppage time with Milner duly converting. And finally, question number 10. Who has scored more against Leicester since being a Red? A. Roberto Firmino, B. Mo Salah, C. Sadio Mane. So question number 10 and the final one is, who has scored more against Leicester since being a Red? A. Roberto Firmino, B. Mohamed Salah, or C. Sadio Mane? And it is now correctly is Roberto Firmino. He now has 6 goals in 11 appearances. Mane has 4 in 12 appearances, and Mohamed Salah has 3 in 6. So thank you very much if you took part in that quiz. We'll be back next week with some FA Cup action. We'll definitely be bringing you the game between Bristol Rovers v Darlington, which Matt is covering for us, which is next Sunday. Any of the other games that we'll be looking out to do, we will be putting out on our schedule at the weekend. But thank you very much to Des and Matt for the live commentary of Leicester loss to Liverpool.
No worries.
Thank you very much.
Happy to have done it, mate.
Thank you and good night.